This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons like Scry de la Rosa, Almeida Cat Comet, Saray Cypher, Hans Grenade, Anakin Therese, Bob Zizi, Faris Jantoru, Cletus Oreo, Luke Leonatrell, Sapa Chakwatol, Courtney, Meili Algidam, Ariana Barakil, Elam, Casey Schaefer, Lily Black, Chaitan, Chesha Saltiri, Ariel, Erisu Yamakawa, Siriful Alirafu, Daimos, Jamie Asures, Suta Starbreeze, Umbral Wind, Quick Levin, Game Lord Geek, Sayori Snowfall, Ignal the Dragon, Freya Subaki, Karen Robinson, and Miscellaneous Cargo. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/SpeakersXIV. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Aorcians. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 137. I'm Lakeel Bravestone, and I'm joined today by Rollo Des and Malavanadar.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey. It's April. It's Satpril, to be more correct.
We're still going with that.
Yeah, I mean...
We have to.
It's like April was made for this system. So
yeah.
It is.
I appreciate you being in this weird white-blue zone, by the way.
I am struggling with this setup now. I've got new lights, and now I just look like... I don't know what to do with it.
You're like a real gamer boy.
I do look like a real gamer boy, but I also look like I've just come out of the morgue, and I shouldn't have.
A bit pale.
Yeah, a little pale.
Mm.
I'll fix it one day, but this is the first day with the lights, so I'll be... You know what?
Make it red. Go in hell.
Okay.
Go in hell.
Wait. I can change the actual lights too to be more warm. What if I do this?
Oh, that's nice, huh? Oh yeah, that's better.
But
it's a bit dark.
Now I'm a bit dark. So let's get it up. Let's get it up a little bit. I look more human. I look like I've been thawed a little bit, at least.
Okay.
Welcome to the present.
We put them on thaw in the microwave for just a little.
Yeah. Make sure to put him on defrost and not high. Otherwise, he gets rubbery.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome again to Speakers of Eidolon. Today, our main story is basically just a continuation of the discussion we had last week. It's another great discussion. It's a quiet week. So we're going to talk more about how our thoughts about Stormblood now that it's ended. More specifically, all the good stuff that happened in Stormblood and what we want them to improve in Shadowbringers. But we're also going to read MogMail, because now, for real, we're doing it. We're actually reading through all the MogMail. There's a lot, and there's a lot of good questions and speculation sent in by you. Remember to send us MogMail, speakersxiv.com/MogMail. Okay. Also, stay tuned for the post-show today. Nothing happening there.
Stay tuned for it.
Stay tuned for it. If you're wondering where Georgi is, Georgi won't be here on the show until... we haven't made this official on the podcast, have we? Because we did that on the post-show, didn't we?
Well, that's true.
So, okay, wait. Let's just do that in... hold on. There's a lot happening. Let's do this, and...
let's do his introducing, like...
We'll do it in recent events.
It's a silhouette.
Okay.
With a question mark on it.
Oh.
And then it reveals itself.
Please be quiet. Please respect the recent events jingle.
Ruby won't. I'm sorry.
So the fourth speaker has been found. If you've been watching Speakers this last week on Twitch, you already know who it is. It is Georgi. Georgi Wiston, who's also in chat right now. He's now going to appear on Minimum My Level and any other streams except for the podcast. The podcast has a lock on it while he's an intern. He has to wait 4 weeks or 4 episodes before he can join. So he'll be here in the end of like the last week of April, probably. That's when he'll have his first debut.
Also, you can't type his name in chat because it has orgy in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We have tried. I have tried to fix it. I've tried to add it as a whitelisted word, but it doesn't work. So yeah, consider Georgi locked in the vault.
He's in there.
During
time sensitive.
Not post shows, but normal shows. Okay. In other news, Yoshida, our beloved Naoki Yoshida, who's leading the 3rd development division, that's the old business division 5. They recently merged. Didn't they merge like 12 down to 4? Something like that. That was a big like merging of departments. So now, or divisions. So now there's now his division is called the 3rd development division. Is now working on a new title, a new Final Fantasy title.
Now that's exciting.
Yeah.
Did they say mainline? Or did they just say Final Fantasy?
They say a Final Fantasy title for the new generation, basically. So that is a mainline, probably.
All right.
I'm going to assume that it is. It's exciting, but it's also a little scary because we also know that Yoshi P is and also joining Final Fantasy VII remake. Is he gonna be co-directing that? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. And someone on the subreddit, their name is Saito Hikari, posted this. This is a cross post from a different post about this topic, but I'm just gonna. This is like the road to where we are now, leading up to this announcement, basically. Back around the end of the Heavensward patch cycle, early mid 2017, 3 key Final Fantasy XIV staff members resigned, or at least aren't as prominent in their roles within the staff anymore. Battle designer Gondai, director Takai, for the notable Square Enix projects, not Final Fantasy XIV, though he contributed, and scenario writer Mahiro, who also worked on all of Matsuno's Ivalice games. They left around early mid 2017. During the fall of 2017, there was an interview with Yoshi P where he outright said that he'd work on Final Fantasy XVI if Square Enix or fans asked him to. He also mentions that it'd be a high fantasy title. So he also speculates here that I honestly believe he would not say such a thing if he wasn't already involved in another Final Fantasy project at that time. Probably. On April 1st, 2018, exactly 1 year ago, Yoshi P was suddenly promoted to board of directors within Square Enix. And very recently, at the Paris Fan Fest, Yoshi P again reiterates that if he were to work on another Final Fantasy project, it'd have a high fantasy setting. We covered this. He also said, in regards to the exact question asked, that it most likely won't be another MMO since Final Fantasy XIV is doing well.
That's right.
And now we have this confirmation that Yoshi P has indeed been working on a new project and that it is leaving pre-production and going into full production, which means it has likely been in development for about a year or longer now. Note that the recruitment page on Square Enix's website for the new project had already existed since at least 2016, but it was not known until today if Yoshi P had any involvement with it. The only thing not known is if the new project is Final Fantasy related at all, but chances are very high at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Make it turn-based, please, if you're going to make a Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bring that back. Or bring, like, the weird thing 12 had.
They say specifically, like, for the new generation. I don't know if it's... I don't know.
Turn-based Battle Royale!
It is exciting, though, because a new Final Fantasy... I mean, it doesn't feel like it's been that long since 15 came out, and it really isn't.
It's been a while, though.
But considering other Final Fantasy titles have had, like, a lot of time in between them. But technically, if you look at it, like, 14 came out in 2010, if you count 1.0, which I guess you kind of should, because that's sort of the starting point. 15 came out in 2016? 15?
2016.
2016. So 6 years. And now there's been 3 years. And we're already... Well, production takes a while. So actually it does line up.
And it was in pre-production even, so...
Yeah.
So what do you think is going to happen to Yoshi P in 14? I think the thing that might happen is that he's just going to step down as one of his roles eventually, because there's no way he'll be able to supervise all these 3 games at full capacity. Like, if he is co-directing 7 and he's like doing, like, producing this Final Fantasy 16, I don't know, is he producing or a director? Do we know what his role is? No, we only know that he's working on it. But it's either one of those. And then also producer and director of 14.
Yeah, I could see him just dropping one of the titles if he plans on staying.
Yeah, we
They'll
finally
probably get like Mr. Atma up there because he's been there for a while.
Do you think he's gonna be? Yeah, I mean
that could be fine.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because he's been like he's had a few people under him for a long time that like know what's going on. So
yeah,
I could see like one of them stepping up to that.
Do you see him stepping down completely?
No,
right now.
Not until he finishes the storyline he's working on.
Yeah.
Afterwards, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so sorry for Yoshi P though. First, he jumps onto a sinking ship that is 14, and he makes that good. And then they're like, "Well, we've got another sinking ship right now, 7 remake. Let's pop him on there."
Yeah.
This
Who's
guy
even
can save
making that?
things.
Who's making 7 now? Is it Namco or
I don't know.
CyberConnect?
I don't know who's working on it now, because is Nomura's not on it anymore, or is he? No, Nomura's on it. I can't remember. I feel like they keep changing people. I don't know if that was
I don't know.
7 remake or. Oh, you're talking about the studio that's working on it?
Yeah, because CyberConnect was doing it, and then their work got canned, I think, and they started over.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Now it's never have announced it.
Oh, it's in-house now. Why didn't they just do it in-house to begin with? It's 7.
Yeah.
Why would you leave the remake of 7 up to?
It's it's the game that brought. I mean, I know there's always going to be one. Actually, but I'm just gonna say this. 7 brought Final Fantasy to the West for real.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
But I always know there's going to be a smart. Don't at me. Don't at him. I know there's always going to be one. Actually, 6 was pretty influential. Yeah, whatever, dude.
Which 6 though?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Which 6?
3.
Don't 3. Okay, it doesn't matter. So it's weird to me that they were like, oh no, we'll just hand it over to a third party. They'll fix it, and then they didn't fix it. Clearly.
I'm gonna be honest too. CyberConnect, they make some okay like games. Like they make like the Naruto Ninja Storm games, which are they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see them handling a giant project like that, even with support from Square Enix.
Yeah, nah.
That was.
It was. They tried to like.
This game's never gonna be released.
7 remake is such
it just isn't.
I mean, it's strange. I would have understood it if it was. And I'm sorry, you all know I love 8, but I would understand it if it was 8. They were like, okay, 8 remake, just give it to some random fucking shit, and we'll make it like a microtransaction bullshit game. But this is 7. It's like the thing. It's the game.
Love it or hate it, this is the one people hype up at least.
Yeah.
Or like you can say Final Fantasy and people will say like, oh, Buster Sword.
Yeah.
It's
iconic.
Was it confirmed to be in multiple parts when CyberConnect were working on it, or is that when it went to in?
I think that was before that.
I think that was
so
very.
It might not even be anymore.
That was Nomura saying that. Like he was, because just to confirm, Nomura was taken off 7. Am I correct? What was he taken off? I feel like someone was been removed, but I can't remember. Is Nomura working on 7? Chat. Still.
Wait, did we get this wrong?
Oh, he was taken off 15. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. Sorry.
And that's why it released?
Yeah.
Leading
He's still director, and now co-director, Yoshida.
Oh my god.
What, Rolo?
Leading Tower says that Yoshi P actually has nothing to do with 7. It's Naoki Hamaguchi.
What?
Huh?
But this was reported. We saw the report.
Oh. Maybe.
Was it a misreport that we're quoting? Well, it's not the main story anyway. That was just a side note.
We're not a Final Fantasy podcast.
We're not a Final Fantasy. Podcast. Don't listen to us about that. We were talking about 16. Sorry, I don't know why we're talking about 7 remake. 7 remake is a mess, though. I'm sorry for all the Final Fantasy podcast that has to cover that mess. Right. What were we? 16, right?
16 possibly.
He said high fantasy and not an MMO because 14 is doing so well at the moment. So they have no plans of like putting 14 on maintenance mode anytime soon. So
14 will live. We will not be on an episode of Dead MMOs with Nerd Slayer. We're not going to be there. Don't do it yet, Nerd Slayer, please. We're still alive.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird to see Yoshi P's name on a different game than 14. Anyways, let's talk about the data center split, because it has happened, ladies and gentlemen.
It's weird. It's weird.
I don't like this.
As a person that plays on Aether, playing on Chaos now is weird.
It's weird, but it's also surprising how much our server has seemingly grown as a result.
Changed would be a strong word.
I thought we would see a max exodus, like people would be jumping off Ragnarok. But I understand why, I guess, because a lot of people... Ragnarok is a legacy server, so people have been here for a very long time. Some people, anyways. It's also like a raiding server, technically, because we've got a lot of... I mean, it's the home of that one FC that I can't remember now. They've changed name. I can't remember.
Is it Entropy now?
Entropy, I think, yeah. I
was going to call them Gasoline for some reason, but that's not their name.
Yeah.
Formerly Angered.
There
you go.
Yeah. The effect on the... So the thing with why people are talking about the Chaos split specifically, I think for North Americans this might be a little like, oh, we're getting split too, but yeah, I understand that.
It's different.
It's gonna be... Sure. I understand that it's difficult for some that your raid teams and stuff are being split, but we have to remember Chaos is only 10 servers in total. It used to be 10 servers in total. Now it's 5. So, and we were the least populated data center as well, because Europe is the smallest part of the 14 community. And now it was split, and there's only 5 on each. When it comes to like queue times on the Duty Finder, I can't really tell that well if it's... Because right now there's a huge influx of players on Ragnarok, so that might help us a little bit. But I have noticed on certain stuff, like certain roulettes take longer. Like we do Alliance. Yeah, Alliance Raid Roulette takes longer now, which makes sense because it needs more people. So that one takes longer for sure. Like it's never... I don't think I've seen it less than 5 minutes ever after the split. It's always like 10 or 13 minutes. But people are reporting that the server itself seems to be better. Like it's more snappy. It's not. I can agree. I mean, well, I cannot agree. But I think your issues have been different, not relating to 14 servers. But yesterday, Mel was more disconnected than connected to the server. Because before this split, I would be like trying to open a door and I would click it and I would hear that, but the prompt wouldn't come up until like 10 seconds later. Sometimes that happened. That isn't happening anymore. But it's only been a week, but it does feel like the servers are better now. I don't know what they've done, if we've actually gotten new servers, or if they've just freed up a load. Like the servers are so bad, they can't hold the few people that play in Europe. That's why they split it, maybe. I don't know.
It is something.
Yeah.
Queue times are still weird.
Queue times are weird. But server-wise, it doesn't feel empty. I was afraid people were just going to escape. It sounded like before this split, like half the server was going to go away. Everyone was going to leave for light. But it seems on the other side of the pond, not the pond, the other side, the new data center light, it seems to be sort of the same, but also I get conflicting reports. Some say that it's okay, it's fine, just like the old Chaos. Others saying that it's barren. It's like a wasteland.
That's good.
But I guess that just depends on the server. Yeah.
I will say and I'm not going to be like you Europeans who are very mean to each other. I have noticed some more French people. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because, again, I'm not like these Europeans right here. I'm on your side, Frenchies.
I know what you mean.
But it was just funny seeing a lot more French players, though.
Yeah. You guaranteed for your alliance to be like 2 or 3 French people now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a given, because most of the French servers are on Chaos.
But a lot of them have moved to Ragnarok as well.
Oh? Is that...
I've seen a lot of French people just around
we already had French
using
people.
Say Chat.
Oh, yeah, there were some people... We shouldn't talk about this, but let's just...
No, but there's a lot of...
Yeah.
See, because they're going to say some stuff, and I have nothing
you
bad
already
to
know
say about French
it's
players.
It's fine. French people know that other Europeans, deep down, we actually do love you, but there's like this... Yeah. You know how Europeans
it's
understand.
The status quo.
Yeah, it's just how it is. Okay. What do you think about the... So, what does this mean for the future? We're getting a new server, by the way. We're getting 2 new servers. How is that gonna go down? I don't understand how they're gonna fill that one. There's gonna be those 2. There's one on Chaos and one on Light. They really are expecting a massive influx.
They'll probably do like they'll turn off the road to 60 buff for some of the lower pop servers that you guys have right now, and then just turn it on for the new ones.
Interesting that you say that, Rollo, because as of right now, Lich and Zodiark are no longer preferred worlds. So Light and Chaos have no preferred worlds at the moment.
Wow, that's a shame, actually.
Yeah. I'll read the full statement. There is some sense to this. In order to accommodate the expansion of the European data center and to assist with any world transfer issues that may occur from the redistribution of worlds, we will be temporarily changing preferred worlds under the European data center to standard worlds. We will monitor the number of logins in each world once the redistribution is completed and plan on adjusting preferred worlds accordingly. So it's only temporary. But
wouldn't it be funny if we became preferred? I'd love that.
I don't think that's going to happen. But of course they're doing that so that when people transfer, they don't just fill up a preferred world. They want all the transfers to have happened, and then when that's over, probably we'll get the preferred worlds.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of right now, there's no server where you can get the road to 60 buff.
Come to American servers. Come on down.
Yeah.
To Burger Town.
The same will happen to you, by the way. There will be no prefered worlds
probably
on Crystal and Ether.
I'm already playing, so it's not going to affect
me. Do you have any idea? Do we know what the new server names are going to be? I heard that there was like a list of
I don't know
of server names.
Spriggan
is
that one? Yeah,
is that should be one.
So yeah, if Spriggan is coming up, I'm moving to Spriggan.
Spriggan would probably be a Chaos server, right?
Yeah, because they've got black hair.
That's how that works. Yeah,
chaotic.
That is chaotic.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
There's so many server names. I can't remember all of them. I'd probably just say one that's already a server.
Yeah.
And the other one will be those bunny things.
Matoya.
Matoya. Because we already have Louis Soir. So
Matoya.
Yeah, there we go. Speaking of Spriggan, Hatching Tide is coming up. And
hey, nice segue.
Hey, I did it.
Wow, we're getting good at these.
Yeah. It's happening in 2 days on 3 days. On Tuesday? Wow. April 9th at 1 a.m. This is PDT, by the way, to April 22nd, 2019 at 7. So that means it's
like 10 a.m. for us.
No, not Monday. It's Tuesday, 10 a.m.-ish. 11?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something like that.
So, the usual time. Of course, it's again...
Oh my god.
It's again Jilly Aliapo with her stupid egg hat.
I love her egg hat.
Yeah. But of course, this is the thing that I've been... I've wanted to talk about this outfit for months, because this was data mined like a long time ago.
Oh, like in January almost, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's the Spriggan jacket, the Spriggan bottoms, and the Spriggan boots.
Wow.
It looks really nice. I like this set a lot.
Yeah.
They don't showcase it very well in the screenshots on the actual event page.
No,
you can't see that it's got the big ears on the back.
Yeah, it's. I don't know why there's just that tiny picture, because this is one of those outfits they should show off more, like to hype people up for this. Maybe they know that it's been data mined. Like people know what it looks like.
Yeah,
let's not put any effort in.
Looks nice on both genders though. Not that much difference either.
It does have some differences. Some have complained that they don't get trousers.
And the pants, but I like the top a lot.
Yeah, the top is nice.
Top's good.
Very inspired, dare I say. The belt strap
goes the other way.
Yeah, it does. It looks a little bit of like looks like a Spriggan, like paired with the Lalafell outfit. Like it's got some Lalafell starter gear look to it.
It kind of reminds me of that Chinese set, like the monkey one, you know?
Oh.
You know the one that came with the
Oh yeah. The Kingdom Hearts one?
Now?
Yeah.
Yes. I like that set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of looks like
that. Was good.
Also, I gotta say too, and maybe you guys will understand when I say this, but if the key art for this looks nice, like the Mikote, and the Lalafell.
Yeah.
But look at the Mikote. Does this not have like weirdly horny energy?
I mean, I feel like that's.
I mean, that's the reason I like it, right?
But I just want people like.
But we don't have that on our audio listeners, Rollo. Remember
I know.
Listeners.
I'm just saying, it's not explicit or anything audio, but it's like, it's got that energy.
Rollo, why do you always have to bring in this? Always. We talked about this yesterday. You're like, no, I don't. And then on the podcast, literally not. We're talking about an Easter event, and Rollo's like, horny.
Do you not remember the
horny energy?
Rollo?
Just a little bit. A little bit.
Everything in this game has horny energy, Rollo.
Yeah.
Okay.
That has just been that's established canon lore. Everyone's horny. But you also get eccentric crown roast, which is a tabletop.
Crown roast.
And a chocolate cake, eccentric chocolate cake, and an Archon egg pile.
The food, whoever is in charge of modeling food, has been getting better and better.
Yeah.
Over time.
Yeah. They've been maybe they've been like playing 15 and been like, you know what? I'm a little jealous.
If we had 15 quality food in this game, oh my god.
Yeah. So that's
and you get a big pile of eggs. What's the big pile of eggs? It's crazy.
Yeah, big pile of eggs. And there was also a dev blog posted a few days ago. It tells a little bit more about the outfit. Again, they don't really show.
They show the back on one picture.
They do show the back. They do actually, but I wish they showed like a video because they do say something specific about it.
Yeah.
Okay, here it goes. Hello, everyone. That's the name. Man who works at Square Enix here, ready to share the exciting details of this year's Hatching Tide event on April 9th, starting at 1 a.m. PDT. First, let's take a look at this year's event art. How cute. Okay, so for the audio listeners, it's just the horny art that Rollo talked about. Oh god, these lights are not working with okay. Well, you know,
Georgi linked it in chat earlier if you want to see.
Thanks.
It's basically a Mikote. She's on the table in a suggestive pose.
Bending over just a bit.
Bending over. Yeah. Is that Ali is that her? Is that Julie? Yeah, I think it is, because her egg cap is like because she's not sexy with the egg cap. So they put the egg pack on.
That would be so much better though.
Yeah, she put the cap. They just put the cap like on a stand on the table, so we know that it's her.
Head.
Yeah, yeah. She's not hot enough with that stupid egg cap. Let's put it on the Lalafell instead, because that's funny. And there she is. Anyways. That Mikote and Lalafell look adorable in their outfits, but they seem troubled by something. I wonder what. And she's thinking about a letter with 2 eggs on it. Yeah, I'd be worried too if that was.
I hate when I receive that.
Yeah. So now that you're in the know, let's get into the goodies, shall we? After the Spriggan outfit reward was revealed, we received feedback on various social media platforms saying how it's cute or I want it. So I'd like to go a little more into detail about the rewards today. First, so they showed some pictures. Some of you may have seen the Spriggan in the item name and wondered, what does this outfit have to do with Spriggans? Well, it's more obvious when we take a look at the back. So it shows that the hood has those Spriggan ears. Yeah. Are they ears? I don't know what they are. It's just the big things. Yeah, I guess they're
bunny
ears. Yeah, it says that. The hood has Spriggan ear designs. Sorry, ears design. And the best part is the ears wiggle as you run.
Ooh.
I personally think it's going to look super cute. They also, this is nice because it shows, because there was a little outrage when this was, of course, as always, that the female version had shoes with like leggings or knee socks, and they were like, "What? We just want the clean shoes because the shoes are nice," and they showed that the leggings are actually part of the bottom.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
like
cool.
Socks.
Yeah,
aren't they?
Yeah, they're socks. They're just
they're socks that look actually disgusting with the sandals on because they like don't have a foot part.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, it's like pointless socks. It's like socks that don't. They're not socks. They're just half a sock. We think both the bottom and the bottoms and the boots are sure to go well with other outfits, and we encourage you all to have fun coordinating glamours with these new prices. Once again, the Egg Hunt will be making its return this coming week, but the quest itself is quite different from the usual, so please look forward to it. It's going to be, oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's going to be excellent. No yoke about it. Just don't crack under the pressure. Honestly, if I had a cute jacket like this IRL, I wouldn't have trouble deciding what jacket to wear every day. Anyway, thanks for previewing the Spriggan apparel coming soon to this year's Hatching Tide event with me. If you would like to check out this, okay, there's the special event. Until next time, my fellow adventurers.
Sisika.
Man who works at Square Enix.
Yeah, can you please tell us how to say your name?
DM me.
DM us. We don't know.
Okay, that's the end of recent events.
Now back to you, Lakil.
Thank you, Rollo. I'm back here in the studio, and today. Why am I still doing the bit? It's over now. In the great discussion...
You keep going if you want.
No. In the great discussion today, we're going to discuss and talk about Stormblood and all the stuff it did well. Like, the good stuff. We saw in the previous episode, a lot of people were very upset with our harsh judgment on Stormblood. We had some supporters too, mind you. But we were going down a little hard. So today we're talking about the good stuff. Okay?
Don't do we. That was YouTube, by the way.
No, I'm pulling you.
All three of us.
You don't like Ishgard because it looks too European, so I don't know about you. But
God, do
you want me to get into that? I can.
No, we're not.
I can talk about
buttresses. No, we're done. That's it. Okay. What did Stormblood do well, and what do we want to see improved in Shadowbringers?
Well, I'm gonna start with Beast Tribes. Stormblood built on Beast Tribes in the best possible way.
Yeah.
The rewards were fantastic. I knew, like House, Namazu, and a mount for them all, and like the glamour stuff where you can be a full Kojin or you can have nails.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really nailed Beast Tribes this time.
Because Beast Tribes in, for instance, Heavensward,
they were rockier in Heavensward. They were very bad in A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, because A Realm Reborn was rough. I mean, some people. I don't. Do you guys have all the Beast Tribes for A Realm Reborn? No.
I did like half
I'm working
of them.
on them now, but
and I was like, this is.
I finished them all, but I only finished them recently, like last year, and it was. I was so done when it was over.
Why do you have to put on the fucking gloves?
That is the worst thing they have ever thought of. The fucking gloves I can't even. I forgot because I did like half of the Ixali Beast Tribe. when it was relevant. And then I just sort of fell off. And then when I was like, okay, I'm gonna just finish everything now because I've done all the Heavensward and the Stormblood ones. It's time to finish A Realm Reborn, so I have everything done. But then I couldn't find the gloves. I think you can just buy them somewhere else. But then I thought, oh, every time my armory chest is full as it is. Now I need to like make sure I have room for that at all times. It is so stupid. It is so dumb. I'm sorry. That is the worst beast tribe.
Well, we should explain.
The reward isn't even good. The mount is ugly. Sorry, that's right. I said it.
We should tell people for those of you that haven't done it, because I feel like a lot of people haven't done Realm Reborn.
Here you go. Here's what happens. It's a crafting beast tribe.
It's not just a crafting beast tribe, because like 50% of the quests are combat. For no reason.
Yeah, there's that too. Good God. And
you never know what you're gonna get.
It's like they trick you into thinking it's a gathering based tribe, but they're like, just do this quest. Oh, you have to kill these people. Okay. You kill the people.
You imagine being on a crafter, like, oh, make this thing, and then go to this location, and suddenly like 5 wolves are attacking you.
and then other times they're like, oh yeah, can you just go mine some ore?
Yeah. And they introduced the Cattle 9 thing as well, which was just Grand Company reward things.
Which they're really good though. They give you a lot of
they do, but
it's still But then they're like, okay, you've killed the people, you've mined the ore, you need to craft something. You're like, okay, opening the, getting ready to craft. Oh, also, you have to, first of all, wear these really ugly gloves. And you have to go to this lady down at the fucking Falgard Flow to get the permission to craft.
And you have to use that little forge thing, don't you?
Yeah, you need the forge access, so it's so stupid. And I
like the story of it.
The story is
cute. Was cute.
Yeah, very cute story.
And it comes back in the future, so that's nice.
It does, yeah. You get a sort of an extra reward. I almost feel like they added that reward as like, we're sorry. We're actually really sorry about that. So Ixal was a bad idea. And then in Heavensward, they kind of tried to make it better. The Moogle
worked very well.
They were just annoying to unlock because you had to do all the Moogle quests.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of them.
And they weren't labeled either as like being necessary to like unlock Moogles. I don't think they are now.
Oh yeah, right.
There's like a bunch of side quests you have to do that are.
Yeah. But it also had like
which starts in like Ishgard.
Yeah.
There's like one right next to House for Tom you have to pick up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does that have to do with Moogles?
Very confusing.
But it also should mention that the Ixali one was all about like, I shouldn't say this because actually I'm not going to say anything, but there was a visual component to it. Like as you progressed, something would grow.
No, I mean you can say it. It's like that's the premise of it. You get told that at the start.
Yeah, you're building an airship. Basically.
And in A Realm Reborn, they forced you to choose what you're doing every day as well, because if you wanted max rep, you had to do all 9 quests for each one, rather than just scaling the XP you get.
Yeah.
So Heavens would fix that, but Stormblood pushed it to a new level of goodness.
Yeah. Well, also the Heavensward Moogle ones had a much more impactful change. In the sense that it was very, it made a permanent change to the overworld. Like
that area was big too.
Yeah. Ixal, nothing really, except for that little area where you could see the finished product. But then...
Same with the Vath. And possibly the other ones with the little island thing. I've not done them yet.
Wait, did the Vath
the Vath one, you made the little shop thing at the back and you had the adventurers.
You're right. That's true.
And the Vanu you built up that little
island for them. It's cute. It's nice.
Yeah. That didn't happen to the... Oh, yeah. No. Those all the base areas would grow as a result of you... But then you go to... Also, the story of the Moogles I can barely remember. But it was like unity between Moogles and Dragon. I think that was the base.
It was quite nice.
They built a monument.
Yeah.
But then comes the Namasu... in
just ridiculous
sorry I'm already all over
Shadowbringers.
I can't stop saying Shadowbringers. I'm ready Stormblood, sorry. Then comes Stormblood with the Namasu, and it is everything we wanted from a crafting slash gathering beast tribe, because it has both, and you can choose based on what gear you're wearing.
Very clever.
Yeah. And there's no bullshit like kill this, kill that. Usually it's just, I think there are some that requires like some interaction, like there's more steps to the quests, I think, at some point.
There's like some minigame ones too, and
where
you have to cheer on.
Yeah.
But those are fine too.
Yeah, but it's nothing like you have to change class or anything. You can just remain that crafting or gathering class, and you'll be fine.
Although that is one point. I don't think with Namazu you can like do it on Carpenter and then switch to Goldsmith. Whereas the Moogle one, you can do it on your max level one and then level up your low level
I think it
ones.
locks you in once.
Which was a nice little feature.
Yeah.
Feature rat.
And of course, we can't ignore the story, which is completely bonkers bananas, and it's fantastic.
It's their grandfather.
He's just a cod. It's just a cod.
Washoy, dude, come on.
Washoy.
And the area that you're building up is incredible. It's got its own aetherite. The music, the mount.
So good.
It's fantastic. It's the best crafting beast tribe we've ever had. So,
and I would like to say that I think the two combat ones are also probably some of the best we've had as well.
Yeah, the Ananta and
the Ananta, where you're fixing up the bridge to make it nice, and her mother doesn't like it. And blah blah blah. And the Kojin.
Which has
where you like it's Soroban's journey, whatever it was called.
Yeah, and you build up a little shop
takes
too.
part in the story later on. It's
It's
it all works so well.
Yeah. And all the mounts are pretty good. You get
the Griffin.
You get two
cool.
from the Ananta. By
just
the way.
Get a Griffin and an elephant.
And an elephant.
Okay.
Yeah.
The false nails too for people that always wanted.
Nails. You get nails. Yeah.
And the charmed emote, which is very nice.
Oh yeah, you got an emote for them all as well.
You did.
He's got so much good stuff.
Yeah. The Realm Reborn ones sound like just annoying chores with no reward.
They are annoying chores.
The
mounts were good. You got a Gubu, so
that's true. Some of the mounts are legendary.
Still my favorite.
Yeah, you also the kobolds give you like the bomb chair.
That's the palanquin. Yeah, that's good. That should be a 2-player mount, to be honest.
It should have been. Yeah. Realm Reborn had some good rewards too, but you got more.
You got more, and you can fill your house with Namazu or an Anta, or maybe Kojin. I can't remember. I don't think so.
The shops are pretty nice too, like in terms of crafting materials you could.
Yeah.
Like especially with the what was it? With the Namazu, the craft items worth a lot.
Yeah.
The storm sap.
This was the storm sap.
The storm sap. Yeah. Dude, I made so much money on that.
That was the new glass fiber.
Yeah, it was. It was. And
very good, just very good,
very good, and
yes,
very good.
The only thing I can want more from in Shadowbringers with beast tribes is maybe like 4,
with just more beast tribes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's cool. It's nice. It's a nice thing to do when you don't want to do instant stuff, like you don't want to do dungeons or stuff.
You
get a little bit of a decent XP too, honestly.
Yeah, it's good for leveling, especially the crafting was so good for leveling your crafters. I think I've leveled like every single crafter that I have at 60, apart from one, is done via Moogle.
I kind of wish most side quests just gave that kind of XP, because then I would actually do them more.
Yeah.
Because every time I see it, I'm like, this isn't like a beast tribe quest. Why would I want to do that?
Yeah.
It'll be funny because we know that one of the beast tribes, we know 2 of the new beast tribes, the Nomu and the dwarves of the first. So
what about the fairy? Oh no, they weren't. They were just
the pixies.
There must be pixies because they've got a primal. So it stands to line.
Maybe, yeah, they might be the pixies. I don't know.
I want to get a pixie outfit.
Yeah.
Didn't they say something about wings?
Didn't they talk about the pixies being a possible beast tribe, or did they allude to it? I'm pretty sure they did.
I feel like they did.
I might be misremembering this, and we might have covered it.
We probably have, yeah. Watch our own episodes and find out.
The memory of like a fucking ant.
Yeah.
Pixies, yeah.
Okay, they were. Okay, yeah. So I wasn't going mad.
But have one every patch.
That would be nice.
Because then you've always got, something to work towards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if we know 4, that's at least more than we got this time.
Who else? Pixies.
No, wait, we only know 3.
Dwarf.
That's true.
Kikern was supposed to be a big stripe too. That would have been nice.
The what?
The Kikern.
Oh, the Kikern. Oh, yeah, they did say they wanted Kikern.
Yeah, it never happened.
I'm that still upsets me that we don't have them, because they are actually really interesting looking.
It would have been cool to see.
I want to know what their primal is.
Yeah, or see what's up with that ziggurat, or do stuff with it. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Kikern are one of my favorites.
Yeah, they are. They make
and
weird
we haven't
sounds.
Got those lizard men ones.
Amolja?
No.
Wait, lizard men?
The ones that are in
Sahagin?
No, the ones that are in
fish.
Wanderer's Palace. Mamulja, yeah.
Oh, the Mamulja.
Okay.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. They're considered a beast tribe, so.
Although I feel like, based on their name, they're probably related to Amalja in some way.
Oh.
Are they? Yeah.
But they both end in Ja.
Yeah.
I don't think they are. I think Mamulja are just from the New World.
They're from the New
Oh.
World, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyways, make more beast tribes. More beast tribes. That's what we need.
Give me
Beast
more
tribes are
outfits and emotes.
Beast tribes are in a good spot right now. They don't really need much improvement at this point because you've already learned from the past ones.
Exactly.
But yeah, give us more.
Have you done the allied beast tribe thing?
No, I haven't yet. I completely forgot that it was a thing.
My Namazu.
Yeah.
I'm still in the last rank of Namazu. I forgot to finish it out, so I'm gonna do that because I want to do it.
I want to learn I want the gold throwing gold emote. Yeah. So beast tribes, that's one thing that Stormblood did well. What else? I
mean, I can think of more.
You can think of more?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Custom
on then.
deliveries.
Ah.
We had 1 in Heavenswood. We've got, 3 so far? 4?
1,
3?
2,
Sorry, what was that you said?
3.
The
Custom deliveries.
Custom deliveries.
Oh, okay.
We just had Zoe last time. We've got the woman with the spiky hair, Minago. Kurenai, the pigman.
Yeah.
A negative is that you got to dress him up. That's a negative.
That's a negative. I do agree with that.
The dress up thing
takes away from
I'm taking points away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take points away for that. So don't do that again.
Revert. Go back.
But have 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
They're fun. They're great XP. They're great seals. Whatever those things are called, scripts. They're great.
Yeah. They are.
Good stories.
The only gripe I have with it is when they use characters that are big in the MSQ, like
Minaga. Yeah,
it would have been
get
cool.
reduced?
Yeah,
because she was she played some parts in the story.
She was a major. I would say she was a major part in the Alamegan side of it.
In the first part of the until she became a delivery NPC, basically, which kind of locked her in place. But yeah, I like the concept, and it's a nice way again to level crafters. Crafters got a lot of love actually in Stormblood and gatherers. Disciples of the Hand and Land.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get even more love now with Shadowbringers. So hopefully, I'm assuming we're just gonna keep the custom deliveries as they are, and they're just gonna add more NPCs into it, into the mix.
Yeah, maybe add some better rewards because so far it's just titles, isn't it? I don't think you get anything else from it, but just titles.
Yeah, you get a title. Yeah, I think that's all. And of course, you can dress them up.
No, that's not a reward.
Want to put them in tin can armor every single opportunity.
Yeah.
I refuse to dress them.
I just put them in the ghost thing. The ghosts. That's all I need. Right. Another thing that they brought into with Stormblood that was great was the role-playing mode for MSQ battles, which
very cool.
Allowed you to do, to not be present in a scene, because that was, starting to get a little, we have to be everywhere all the time for things to like progress. But now we have a device which allows us to be somewhere else and someone we know is dealing with it. and we can control the action. Now, the only problem is the thing I hope they fix, or at least work on a little bit, is the skills that you get, the abilities.
At least do the thing where like when you do in PvP where you press the button and then it does part of a combo or something. At least for when I was spoilers for 4.5.6 or whatever.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, when you play as Hien, it was very like it was a little silly that you just do the one samurai skill for your attack. I was like, come on, you could have.
Yeah.
And he has like a 30-second dot, so you only put that at once every three times in the fight.
I know they have to be simple because people will not mind know the classes. It's totally fine. But at least
people,
do the PvP.
At that point, people know how to play a job. You don't have to I don't know how a baby know how gameplay work. I mean, you know how to press buttons. So
plus the NPC doesn't aggro you until you start. So you get all the time in the world to figure it out.
It sort of takes you out of it a little bit when you only have that one skill to use.
Oh!
Whoa, that's rude.
No signal. Fuck off.
What are you doing, Rollo?
I don't know. I'm in the corner. That's
this
me in the
used to
corner.
happen, and then we would disconnect. Remember when Rollo went small?
Is Rollo?
I'm here.
Are you gonna? How are you doing?
The stream would go off. Remember?
Should I turn off my camera?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey. That was me in the corner.
Don't know what happened there.
That was you in the spot.
For all your listeners, Rollo just shrunk.
My camera exploded.
Okay, what were we talking about?
Hien skills. Yeah,
it kind of takes you out of it when you only have 3 skills.
Yeah.
Just
it's
at least
cool.
the auto skill thing.
Mm-hmm.
It means you don't need a cutscene. You actually can have a more interactive story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The first time was with Alphino.
That was a mind blower.
That was It
caught you. I feel like Stormblood really did catch you off guard quite a few times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like what it presented to you and like areas and characters and sometimes in the story too. There were some nice surprises.
Yeah. The second time was Y'shtola? We've only done it like 3 times.
Yes,
Y'shtola. Y'shtola with in the Azim step.
Yeah.
My little son.
Yeah. I want to say that was some of the best characterization they've had for Y'shtola in such a long time.
Yeah.
And this is why I really I really hope it's not Matoya as her, because I like Y'shtola.
She needs bringing back to the forefront, but not as just this role model cat girl. It's like an actual character.
I don't want it to be this posh I mean,
she has always had this side of her, but we really haven't seen it a lot. So it was I hope we see more of her like that.
Bring her back, please.
Yeah.
Right. That's also something new. What else did Stormblood blow us away with? I want to say, I'm not going to say it because I'm trolling, but Eureka happened. That was a new thing. But you could also say it's an improvement on the diadem, which was a Heavensward concept, right?
It was.
So, in a way,
not that much better.
It's not that much better, but Hydatos is better. If we just look away from all the other stuff, you have to. Right now, we have Hydatos, which is heaps and bounds better than what we got with. I think everyone's thinking about Pagos, really, as the really bad one, and it's sort of soured everything else. It's spoiled the broth. But
but we've got a good template to build on it.
Yeah. Build upon the mistakes. And I really like the Logos action system, but I hope in its next iteration it doesn't cost a resource to because I wish you just use the resource to unlock the skill and that's it, instead of having to craft
each time.
Because that was
that's fair enough. More like
it made me maybe not want to use things because I'm but what if I need it for something later?
What do you mean craft? Wait, I'm not sure what you
had to
with
make
logograms?
A cure each time, didn't you? If you wanted 3 cures, you'd have to make 3 cures. You wouldn't just be able to use it.
Right, you're right. Yeah.
You want something more like Blue Mage unlock system or something.
Yeah, you just drag it, or you can have limited uses if you want. That's fine. Only 5 uses per instance or something like that. But I don't want to have to craft it again because I thought it was really cool and you can do some really fun like the sprint one where you just run super fast. That's fun.
It's like Hildebrand. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Reflect was super cool too.
Yeah. Many good.
Some other really
there's really they really went all out to make that process, like those skills, fun to use, because they're like extreme. Some of them are extremely OP and weird. Some have like weird side effects, like you sacrifice yourself to rest someone. Isn't that one of them?
Yeah.
So they're in the right place now in Eureka.
A chance to even auto res when you die. Like,
yeah.
That's so cool, and I really hope they lean into that with the next version. Just like, this area can be the broken area where you can do max damage with a potential setup. If you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And or you can just like break the game.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah.
Don't allow logograms to be saleable though. I thought that was so bizarre. You can put them on the marketplace, like the free forms of them. It's weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like the uses thing, because then you create that weird market, and it's like.
Oh, you mean the conceptual, all that stuff? Yeah. Well, those aren't the actual logograms. That's just like the thing you have to take to rate.
But the ingredients.
Yeah.
You can still make it like a trial and error on creating them.
Wouldn't that be? Isn't that good though? Because it makes it so that combat classes can earn money. Because that's been a big problem. Like, you have to craft to earn money in 14.
Yeah.
But this sort of allows combat classes, or people that only do combat.
It does,
but
money. Then it means you need to be a crafter to be able to buy them back if you're lagging behind.
Well, some people will just not. It takes time, dude. I had to buy.
I bought a ton of them
to finish my set. Because I just had bad RNG, and I thought, you know what? If I just gonna do this you don't really get a lot of them, so you have to do a lot of farming, and I had to just buy like a pack of 50 to see if I could get the one thing I needed, because sometimes the RNG is just terrible, and it'll cost you like 500k or $1 million for like a stack that.
Yeah,
I think you can keep that part in and still have the skills as like. You don't have to keep crafting them.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you get the logograms and you can keep getting them, and then new people will still need them, and you can help roll out new ones. So like, as long as you're like, if you're earning relevant ones that are current, you can sell those back and get some money if you already have them.
Yeah,
you can still keep that, but don't make me craft so many of them.
Yeah,
it's a lot of time and money.
Yeah. Another thing I don't want to see in the new Eureka is this fucking light farming. I thought we agreed. Yoshi P, I thought we agreed with the old relics that the light farming stuff was bad.
Light's weird because it's kind of a system to make you be able to do anything you want to progress, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Light. The thing is, I can't even the light step is just so annoying because you don't know. There. Yeah, you're still there in Pagos.
Yeah.
So you're literally at because the light phase returns in Pyros. So it's just gonna be the same, but it's easier in Pyros. Don't worry. But Pagos is the worst. The light farming is bad, especially in its current form in Eureka, because like you said, it was supposed to be a thing you could do. Like, you could just do an expert roulette and be like, hey, I got some light.
Yeah,
I have progressed my relic. But in Eureka, you literally have to, like, buckle up because you're going to be in Eureka.
Hey, anyone at Dragons?
Yeah.
I'm at Dragons. I guess I can't farm light.
It's not worth trying to get into a Forge farm party because someone will come along and steal the spot.
Yeah, they will.
Why would you? It's weird, too, because it's like you have these few spots to get them, but there's a lot more people in them. And why would you have people fighting over these spots? I don't know. Weird choice.
It's literally the worst. I hate the light phase with a passion, and that's the one thing that's keeping me from making other relics. I've seen people that have completed the relic sets, and I'm just thinking, you have done all that light farming. I don't understand.
How many movies did you watch on Netflix?
Yeah. I hope you'd watch movies on Netflix. Otherwise, you are not mentally stable right now.
Did you catch up on Orange is the New Black? How'd you like the new season?
Yeah. So just what is the perfect way to do a relic in a Eureka-like system?
I think it's alternating between inside Eureka and outside, perhaps, or giving you the option of inside and outside.
But shouldn't this be good enough that you could? Is it impossible to make a system where everything can be done within its own thing?
I think you can do it. Yeah. I sincerely think, like, if you just add some more targeted stuff in there, like we've said it before, but more than just the fates and the chaining, and more like, hey, maybe you have some daily quest you can do, like a beast tribe type thing.
Yeah.
You know, you'll get some tombstones, and you'll get like some light for the day, and that's like what you do if you want to gain light instead of just.
Okay, yeah, but guarantee that after, say, 2 weeks, I've got my relic from doing that.
Yeah. Like if you've been doing it for like maybe 2 or even 3 weeks, like every day you do your dailies. Actually, you can say that. Just bring dailies to a Eureka type system.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I would do that.
Yeah. I'd do that too.
Yeah.
If they're not like, if they're like Beast Tribe ones where they're just fairly simple, but you can only do them like 3 a day, then that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't mind it being gated behind daily stuff, because then it's easy.
Yeah, because this is something we've talked about before. Yeah, the fact that they've made these massive zones, and all that's in them are fates.
Yeah.
What's that? That's all, huh? Why not? You know, they could, and this is still, I mean, I'm half joking when I'm saying it, but fucking leaves, dude. Just put
some, bring them back.
Yeah, put some
Write
leaves
some more
in
stuff.
There, just for some variety. Yeah, why not? It's a system you don't even use anymore, and it's sort of in line with the like old school MMO shit like that 1.0 wanted to do, and it was a 1.0 system. Why not? Yeah, put Behests in. Just put all the old systems back into Eureka, or whatever you're going to call it, in Shadowbringers. And dailies...
But it would work so well. It would work in Eureka. Go to this spot and kill 10 enemies.
Yeah.
And you've gained, 5% of your light. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah.
Hamlet really defense would be great. And it would also...
That would be ridiculously good.
Also, putting like a beast tribe inside Eureka, or in a Eureka-like instance, would ensure its survival after the relics have gone, because it would still be relevant to those who did beast tribes, and you can get rewards there that are unique.
Yeah.
Though I don't know how that would work. Like the level caps and all that would be like lock people out of the beast tribes. There's some problems there that I'm seeing,
I mean, you could probably sync some stuff here and there, or maybe just actually gatekeep a few things to get to a certain level. I'll say the best thing about Eureka is the potential that Eureka has.
Yeah.
Sincerely, like I really want the next Eureka to be really good, because they have some good ideas here and there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Treasure maps. That would be interesting. We kind of have it though with the bunnies on the treasure chest. But
I like the bunny bits though, actually.
Yeah.
At least in Pyros going forward from that.
Yeah. I just feel like they're not really. There's nothing really to it other than you get a bunny and you follow it to a chest. And the RNG there, like either you're getting a bronze, silver, or gold chest.
But you can get some cool stuff.
But you can get some cool stuff.
And it's not too rare either. Maybe like you can get it eventually if you're doing it from time to time.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like the mounts and that stuff.
I find it interesting that none of us have brought up the Baldessian or a public dungeon.
I've not done it, so...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we don't have an opinion of it.
It's cool, and we've talked about it before.
We have an idea of what it is. Like, what...
Yeah.
Well, I think it's dead now, isn't it? So that showcases that it's not a great system.
On Chaos, anyways. I don't know how it is on the... I think it's getting back together. It's just that after the split, it was very traumatic, and the teams are like... They're scrambling to get it back together.
I do wonder about the longevity of something like a Baldizian arsenal in its current state.
Yeah. Even Eureka as it is now, Rollo.
That too is...
The new one has to be, retroactive. You have to be able to go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, missions, or sorry, not missions, dailies.
And you've sorted it in dailies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can do dailies by yourself.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You can make it slightly slower if you like than doing the more active stuff. Whatever.
Yeah.
Or you can have like one special daily where you need like 8 people to do it, and you get a lot more light if you do that one.
Yeah.
If
fine.
You
yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. We've sorted Eureka for you, Square.
We did it.
Yeah, we
Square
did
Enix, hire me.
Yeah.
I got all the ideas. I'm an
Yeah.
ideas guy. I don't know how to do anything else, though.
Put me on the Chocobo Racing or possibly the Minion team. I've got some ideas.
Let's punish him. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
should move on for Eureka, though.
That's Eureka. I also just want to
Eureka.
say that I'm just seeing some talk about the rewards shouldn't be locked behind Eureka. They absolutely should. I mean, that's a reward for being there, right? That's like, why else would you go in there other than the relics, of course? But
why? Yeah, you're not going to go in there for fun.
Yeah.
If you make it fun, I understand the rewards being locked behind it.
But the rewards are usually locked behind the bunnies. That's where most of the stuff is, right? And
people. You mean the bunny stuff? I thought you meant the relics.
The relics are a given. That's why it exists. But the other rewards, like the hairstyles.
I mean, I understand people getting upset about it because no one wants to go into Eureka right now. I mean, people do, but
yeah,
you'll be alright.
I understand. In the next one, if they make it better, maybe you'll have fun going in there to actually try and get it.
Right.
Oh, I like the armor, by the way.
Oh,
sort of.
Which
I
one?
like the artifact armor.
Oh, the artifact
I quite
armor
like it
nice.
too.
That was a cool idea.
Yeah,
it's glowy but not obscene. I don't mind.
The tank one, I'm pretty keen on. The rest, but yeah.
Just just listen to us, Square Enix, and you have a good system on your hands.
We know everything. Come on. Come on.
Anything else before we just wrap this part up? That we can think of that Stormblood did better than any of the other parts of the game.
I really like the raids in terms of their difficulty, normal and savage. At least for some of the savage ones I've done. I mean, the 8-man raids, yes, for Stormblood.
Okay.
I wasn't particularly interested in all of the fights, like aesthetically, or like some of the straight up the bosses, but I think mechanically they were interesting enough, and they were pretty solid in terms of difficulty.
I agree with you. I didn't like most of what they were or how Omega was presented, but they are mechanically in a good place.
And especially thinking about the train wreck that was Heavensward's
stuff. Which fantastic.
Yeah, but you can't just say that, Mala, because it's the whole series. Creator was the result of a complete crash.
Yeah, but that proves that Heavensward was a learning curve for them, and then in Stormblood they've perfected it, just like they did with other.
Exactly. Which is why we have to say that Stormblood has a better raid series than what Heavensward had. That's just how it is. Mechanically. Okay. Story-wise, I am a little
super cool.
What?
Story-wise, aesthetically, and music-wise, no.
What did you say, Rob?
God Kafka was super cool. And like the hidden phases for Savage.
That's true.
For like specifically the last Omega fight and Kafka, well, they're super cool.
Yeah. We just briefly touched on the story, but the story felt disconnected from the rest of the game, which I just wasn't very big fan of.
I did
even
like
though
the
there
climax,
was a tie-in near the end, sort of helped it, because now he's in Alpha's in our world and all that stuff. We can see him around. So there was that, but it just compared to the previous ones like Coil and Alex, the connection wasn't quite there. It felt too alien sometimes. But
the stuff with Midgard Sommer, super cool.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
This Midgard Sommer fight too, like fighting him in his prime. It was a copy of him. That's still like,
that was cool.
Yeah, and then he goes to sleep. But
there's that too.
And Omega was a good fight.
Yeah. Amazing music. Again,
MNF.
It's
no, the one before.
Oh, you didn't like MNF?
Oh, you didn't like MNF?
MNF was okay.
Oh, okay.
I found the Omega with Larboard.
Oh, the Larboard Starboard. Yeah, that was good.
Have you seen the Savage version of that? That's so fun. I wish I could do it.
Yeah.
It looks ridiculously hot.
Chicken tenders. We didn't even acknowledge the April Fool's thing, but that was fun.
The
Square
manga?
That's of course you would default to the Japanese April Fool's.
Well,
and not
I thought we talked about the Alexa one already.
No,
April
Fool's was.
Oh, sorry, we did it on Friday. That's why I didn't bring it up. We talked about it there.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we haven't talked about it on the podcast, but it was cool. The Omega one was the Western April Fools, which was, I'll have to say, although I liked it, it was a cute little thing, because they always go all in with their April Fool. Like, they make a big production, big production, but you probably should have sanded down that Omega thing that you 3D printed. But it was cool. It was cool.
I liked the gathering thing from last year or the year before, or whatever.
Yeah.
But funny.
Did you check out the Japanese one with the manga?
Yeah, the manga one is cool. I just want, before we talk about the Japanese one, just again want to point out, for those that haven't noticed, there is a point where he plays, right before he plays his own theme, when they say like play something romantic, she is frying chicken tenders, which is the big joke about that song. So I thought that was fun. That made me laugh out loud.
That's really nice.
Yeah, but yeah, the Japanese one was completely different. That was like a high school manga thing.
Yeah, they had like, it was like a dev post, like, oh, you know, secret, I'm gonna take a picture of these manga while Yoshi P's away.
Yeah,
it's just like, it's basically like different alternate universes. I think it was a mecha sci-fi one, like Gundam, and then there was a like a school one with like Estinian, like he still has a helmet on and everything.
Yeah.
But he has like, you know, like a student's uniform.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I love that they were in the Max from Alexander too.
Yes.
Like Alphino and Alize were like piloting them.
Yeah. And also
didn't like the incest.
That was uncomfortable. There was some let's not. But there was there was like a chart, that the fake chart where they showed like all the connections to people and stuff. And of course, they did the Teleji Alaleji joke, which also made me chuckle. There was the top part Teleji and the bottom part Adaleji. That's funny. I love that they've made that a thing. Yeah. Oh,
the X thing too, where Yotsuyu was Hien's ex.
Oh yeah.
that was kind of cute.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Sorry, back to Stormblood.
Actually, we're gonna wrap up Stormblood now, because if we're gonna we need to do MogMail. But yeah, those are just some. I feel like there's more though, but if we can think of more, we'll cover that when we do the rest of this review next week. I'm assuming, where we'll look up more specific stuff. I guess we'll talk more about the worlds and the dungeons and all that. Like how those.
We have more to say about Stormblood.
Oh yes, because they did some stuff with how dungeons were handed out too. Okay, let's read some MogMail. Yeah, that's right. MogMail time. Our first MogMail from Chelsea Laserbeam.
Chelsea Laserbeam.
Oh, hey my sweet dudes. Love your hard work this FanFest. Keep it up. Some of these are a little old now. I have a lore speculation question. Take it as serious or silly as you want. All the races have languages and naming conventions, often rooted in real-world languages. Example, Lalafell with their repeated syllables. Ellison with French-inspired names. Seawolf Rogadin is Germanic with too many consonants, etc. What conventions do you think Hrothgar will follow? Ooh. We know nothing about Hrothgar, but we can look at the race name though. It's like,
well, we can look at Kimari too.
Yeah, a little Nordic. What, Rollo?
We can look at like Kimari's name,
but we don't know if Kimari.
They showed a picture of him.
It's not him. His horn isn't broken.
Well, it's still his horn.
They tried to make him look like.
They just want to make it look like him. Hrothgar's a very.
But we can, Rollo. It's a good point because Kimari is sort of built the same as Hrothgar almost. It's like an age, like there's Kimari. It's similar in structure, but Hrothgar to me sounds Nordic. Like it sounds.
Yeah, it's like High Hrothgar in Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly.
People were very quick to tell me about that.
Oh, of course. I'm going to just guess, that they're going to be more of a Nordic type with a lot of consonants in the names.
Do we have any
Eric,
things like that already?
We kind
Because
of
we have
the dragons are sort of similar to that, but they are
Right,
literally
so-
Nordic or Norse.
They are actually
names.
Norse mythology names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
because we have like some Highlander names could be considered Nordic, couldn't they?
Sort of.
Well, a lot of them are Germanic, from what I know. Also, they speak with a Scottish accent.
aren't they like
That's a
Anglo?
stretch.
I can't remember exactly.
Scottish.
Yeah, there's like a one Scottish accent that the Highlanders usually talk in.
It's usually Yorkshire, isn't it?
Yorkshire, sorry, I meant Yorkshire.
Ronso are not actually Rothgar, right? No, they're literally Ronso. They're called Ronso on the
are
first.
the first
Yeah.
version of them, which could be different.
Yeah,
North English. Okay.
yeah. Here is English. Yeah. It's like
It's
old.
not English, Yorkshire.
Yeah,
They're not any
We already have-
Scousers.
yeah.
We already have French down with the L's and
Even Midlander names are boring. Like they have like just old.
Mary.
Yeah, they have
Miller.
and their last names
Mary
are like their
Baron.
profession. It's just so standard,
Jonathan
old
Weaver.
European. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nat.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna say Nordic.
Nordic names like
I can't even think of like one that
Ulrich.
would...
Give them
Ulrich.
Spanish themed names.
Ulrich
Can you think of I imagine a Rothgar being named Ulrich?
Smithson. No, because that becomes Rogadin.
Smorty.
They have like sim names, don't they?
Good old
Smorty
Smorty Bordy.
That's what
Give
yours
them-
is going to be called.
I
I already know what my Rothgar is going to be called, but I can't say it.
Oh,
Obviously.
okay.
Then people will take it. So just wait until Stormblood's out.
Is it
No,
big?
the other one.
Is it big?
Shadowbringers.
Big Peen?
Right, okay,
Anyways,
no, I'm not gonna be able to
let's
get it.
go to our second MogMail.
Okay.
Thank you, Chelsea Laserbeam. We're gonna lock in Nordic. Next one's from Moji from Ultras.
Emoji.
With the confirmation that Shadowbringers will take place, Shadowbringers will take place on the 1st. What do you think the odds are of us getting player housing there? Yoshi, during the Vegas keynote, made it sound like Ishgard housing would have to be worked for, which I took more as a not this time, maybe next time.
0%. I'm gonna go for that.
I'm gonna go with very unlikely.
Yeah. So unlikely.
I don't
Can you
know.
imagine? It just doesn't make enough sense.
No.
Like,
don't.
oh wow, I love the first so much, I'm gonna live there.
Yeah.
I mean, like when we restore it, I guess.
Because I feel like we're more like visitors on the 1st. We still belong to the source.
Yeah,
So-
it would be crazy. I'd like to live in a zone that looks like some of those zones.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we probably shouldn't like
Fairyland.
not think we'll ever get housing there, but I feel like I don't think that's gonna happen this expansion in that case. It sounds like a weird, like everyone wanted Ishgard housing and now they just made a new world and oh, that's where the housing is, a world we know nothing about. It's just that's what you're getting. Good luck just repairing Ishgard so you can look at everything you didn't.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
the way he says it is more like they're
Yeah.
just gonna add it in the patch cycle.
Yeah. Also, we'd be like pushing their already failing infrastructure hard enough as it is. Like, oh yeah. Oh, end of the world. Oh, I'm gonna settle here.
Yo,
Where's-
we need some apartments for these adventurers.
Where's the market? I need to buy some apples. Hello? Just this fucking obnoxious warrior of light.
We're just like obnoxious tourists.
Yeah.
That's my new headcanon, guys. We're just tourists. to the
Sorry,
first.
sir. Can I brought bitte? Some Wasser? Some Wasser
Ah.
bitte?
I need selfie. Can you hold cameras for me? Huh?
Oh my
Camera?
god, yes. My tom phone. Hold my tom phone. It's this button you press.
Hey, where can I see the Ronso? Sorry, can you point me to the Ronso?
What the fat cats with the grapes at?
Yeah, do you have fat cats here? I haven't seen fat cats before.
Somebody told me to
We
see
just
the grapes.
litter everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen this expansion, but maybe in the future.
I
Maybe.
still don't believe it all. Would love the idea of it.
I would love it too. I'm just
That doesn't
keeping
make sense.
I'm just keeping the door open. I've thrown the gates wide, you could say.
And I know they showed off some residential areas, but I think that's more for like the people actually living there.
live there. Yeah,
because that's like the last bastion for them, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out! This is my house now.
I'm gonna gentrify this place. Get out of here.
The slums grows.
Right.
Starbucks in that corner.
Yeah. Push them out into the light void.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Next one is from. Thank you, Momoji, for that.
I've always wondered how you'd pronounce their name.
Yeah. Keke?
I always want to say cake.
This one's from Keke.
I'm saying cake.
Okay, let's say cake. Or keek. Or Kiki.
Oh, it could be Kiki.
About 8-man being Eden and Pitcher seems to be from the first and actually not showing any of the Eden we know. Do you think that we aren't fighting Eden, but we're more tied to the story?
I believe that the Eden we are fighting, and this is bold, but when we beat the raid, that will be restoring darkness to the world. I believe it will be tied to the MSQ.
Darkness? Sorry,
Yes.
dark. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, so do you think Eden is more of a name of just the
well,
concept?
Eden is the Garden of Eden is
everyone knows
the
that.
pure world.
Yeah.
Before it's been corrupted by man. So that is the light, basically.
But in a Final Fantasy setting, Eden is a GF in 8, a summon.
We have to get rid of that. Yeah, I don't think it's anything to do with 8's GF.
Yeah, we need to shove that out. Just make sure that... Because there's nothing from that picture that's screaming Eden from 8.
Yeah. It just shows it like a beautiful light void world with plants. All we're doing is destroying the world to bring darkness back, I think.
Yeah. Because Chad is pointing out this because they said they already told us the concept of the raid, that because of what's happening, all the other elements of the world are gone but light. So the raid is about restoring the elements, restoring the crystals, the elements that are missing. And how many elements are there? There's so we're talking fire. Oh God! I can't remember. Are there 12? No,
there are 6.
6. Okay,
6.
We'll go with that.
6. That doesn't add up.
But then they also have the light and void thing that they kind of sometimes.
Then there's
like
the
holy
light
and dark that they bring in some games.
Yeah, because they did say that light. They did put light in the same box as the other elements. So light and dark has to be in there then, right?
Somewhat.
Astral
but then in the heaven
aspects.
and hell thing.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Solved.
We did it.
Light, dark, wind, water, ice, fire, earth, lightning.
Yeah, 6 and then Umbral and Astral, yeah. Then we've got 12.
6
and that's
elemental.
what we need for a series.
Yeah, there you go. Fixed.
Easy.
So, yeah.
That's going to be some... And that makes sense with it's a very Final Fantasy raid, because, we'll go to the Wind Temple.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah, that is very Final Fantasy. So yeah, I think Eden is just sort of like a red herring. A lot of people, because I don't think a lot of people thought about 8 either. It's very it's not something you have to do in 8 either. It's like an optional GF you can go hunt. True. So you have to know.
It's a very
about
good one though.
It's the best one. So
yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. Maybe it's at the end. Maybe that is the last boss. But right now, like at the last patch boss, like not the first part of the last tier of the raid. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna say that it's just a nice name for the raid, considering what we're doing. A nice
name for us destroying the world.
Yeah. We're not destroying it, we're restoring it.
It's not really a restoration project.
Oh, is that what it is? It's okay. Yeah. They're 14. 6 umbral, 6 astral, light and dark. Is that true? Well, yeah, because you have to count light and dark.
Yeah.
They'll fix it. They'll find a way to
they'll tell us.
We'll have like a twin aspected one, right? So a boss, say. So that's oh God, what do we fight the 12? This is the one.
In Eden?
No.
This is where the 12 went. They went to the first.
The Garden of Eden.
Yeah, that's why they don't listen to our prayers anymore, because they can't hear us. They're on the first. Imagine if this is just being replayed now in the future in black and white with echo.
Yeah.
We always
in the
say that.
game.
Will we ever do that?
I've done it once. I did it when we did the
Oh,
Crystal
yeah.
Tower one.
The 5
Okay,
minutes
just that
of
one.
gloating.
That was
Yeah.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, KK, Kiki,
It's
Keke.
Keke, like the E in set.
Keke.
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 Okay.
Set. Keke.
Anyway, thank you. Next one is from Annie Ami from Siren.
Hey, Annie.
What sort of new content do you think they would add in 5.0 patches that would help flesh out earlier or Realm Reborn, Heavensward, Stormblood areas to help keep those areas populated with new things to do? I think solely focusing on new areas is a mistake for a long-term MMO development, and while Blue Mage was a short-lived experiment, I think it was a step in the right direction with this in mind.
Good points raised.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It does mean that things get a bit stagnated. New players are going to be like, where is everyone?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll definitely still see them in towns at least, or
Bestiary.
Yeah. I mean, adding another limited job that works in the overworld
Limited
might
job.
help. Like the Beastmaster, which might, be the next one. Who knows? Don't believe the video, by the way. There was a video circulating with the
it was April Fool's joke.
Yeah, that wasn't real.
They released it before April Fool's, though. How dare you do that to us?
I don't know who did it. It wasn't an official one, was it? I think it was just...
it was a fan one.
Yeah.
But to be honest, the fact that it was still quite good as a day. It was quite good.
It was good.
People.
It was good. I think a lot of people long after it just kept popping up like, oh my god, how are no one talking about this? This is Beastmaster confirmed, guys. I'm like, no, oh bless you. Yeah, I think that's a good idea to keep it. But again, Blue Mage died out, like it fizzled out. Like it's hard to keep it like going because there's nothing keeping you in the overworld. Because once you've hit endgame, you're in Ul'dah.
I mean, and there was a lot of stuff that was instants too, like a lot of skills you get from dungeons and trial. Well, mostly dungeons.
Yeah.
And then the really good ones, or the really ones you really want at least, are in trials too.
Yeah.
So actually, that didn't really fix
that was
it. So
really
maybe another one wouldn't.
That was a little disappointing to me because they were like, this is 100% a solo job. I'm like, excuse me.
They made it harder to do anything because they limited it.
Yeah.
So much.
So I don't know what that was all about, but and I thinking back, they tried to reel it in. They're like, oh, but there's party stuff that you can do too with other Blue Mages, guys. They just realized that they've made a massive mistake saying it was a solo job.
Something like a Beastmaster that's mostly overworld would be nice, and with a reason to kind of, you can't do it. I'm not saying you can't do instance content, but more
battles.
Just steal it from WoW. Just steal it.
It would certainly get people running around a bit.
Just steal it.
Yeah.
I don't know. A bestiary would help.
I mean, and hunts still keep zones alive to a certain degree. Just update the rewards basically would be a thing they could do.
Maybe add in more or like
just a meme at this point.
You could have like rotating zones where like an event is going on, and if you go there you do stuff and get rewards. Like
maybe there's like soul eaters. Sorry, not soul eaters. Light eaters.
Right.
Popping into Eorzea a bit, and then you're like, oh, go to this area, and they're leaking out a crystal tower.
Plato.
Well, that was
Wandering
the promise.
Primals.
That's the promise we never got, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, we got one.
Work.
Did we?
Odin.
Oh, we got Odin.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
and Ixion.
Yeah.
Ixion too.
Somewhat. He's not really a primal.
Ixion, yeah. Well, he's not an official primal in that sense.
I think stuff...
Is he? What is Ixion, lore-wise?
No one.
Who summons Ixion?
I don't know. I never looked into that actually.
I actually never bothered to look for that because I thought that was just Allagan.
Allagan.
It's just an Allagan device or a creation. Oh, he's a chimera. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
Fox Fate 2.
The Fox Fate was good. Yeah. But that's you
get it done pretty quickly for the most part, but still like that still can keep it going, at least for people
I'll call you out on that, Rollo, because there's a achievement for doing the what's he called, like Teresk or something in Dravanian Forelands. you get you get an achievement for doing it. I've never seen that above 0% complete.
Really?
Yeah. And I obviously can't solo it. Same with Curl Regina. I've never seen that.
Which is that?
You can get like a leopard skin coat from it and a hat. But it's one of those. It was Heavensward version of Odin. Curl Regina and. No, so it was Behemoth one. It was the Behemoth one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super rare. I've never seen it in my entire life.
It's weird because Curl Regina feels a lot more rare compared to like Ixion and the Fox Fate. Like I feel like I still see those done somewhat because it's easier to do or has a higher spawn rate. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a lot during Heavensward. I think I did like 5 fates through the entire life of Heavensward. The fates in Heavensward are completely alien to me. The big ones, I had no idea. I just knew about the Curl one because I've seen people with the hat. But that's about it. And I just googled it. I'm like, oh, that's from a fate. I didn't even know what it was.
I think you need to like tell people it's special or something.
Yeah.
Or like at least imply that there's something
for it or something.
Yeah, like you saw the fate icon, but like I don't know, put a gold star next to it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a series.
Yeah,
it's 3 fates, and they're always like 3 hours apart.
Oh, why bother?
What the fuck?
That's stuff that only like lasts till launch.
So you have to spend a whole day on this.
Why? And it's like in nothing
thing.
Else to do in the zone either. So you're just there doing. What are you doing for fucking 3 hours?
Well, you just go away and do something else.
There is also Proto Ultima too.
I remember
that's
that.
True. That
but I have never seen that though. I will admit.
Seen the fate.
I've seen him flying around, but never seen the fate.
I have seen the fate because eventually he just lands and the fate starts. But do you get a reward from that? Is that a title?
Possibly a title, or possibly just an achievement.
Yeah, maybe it's just an achievement.
I'd honestly, to be honest, Annie and Mia, I don't know what they can do to improve the overworld, but something long term that you can work on.
Yeah, limited jobs are a start, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, add in
put some dailies and stuff. We need more daily stuff again.
Like local dailies.
Yeah, local. Dude, that's you're laughing. That would work. Like, have you done your leaves for? Have you done leaves? Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry, triggered. Have you done your Lenotion dailies today?
Yeah. I mean, and then you get like Lenotion coins. Use the Lenotion coins on like a big shop with themed.
Probably just type in brand companies if you want.
Yeah, or do that. But that's true. You can get grand.
That's a good idea.
Because I
like that because we've got the currency tab and it's quite underused. Because I like that.
I feel like at one point though it'd almost be like too many dailies in this game at a certain point.
You don't have to do it.
You don't have to, but I think maybe people kind of have that pressure.
I don't know.
You don't need the pressure. Remember, you can do up to 12 Beast Tribe dailies a day, but who actually hits the cap? I did today for the first time in like 2 years.
Sometimes when I'm leveling stuff, at least, or when they first come out, I hit the cap.
Regional dailies, I really like that idea.
Yeah,
that's one. There we go. We came up with one that sounded decent.
That would be a lot of dailies though, because there are a lot of regions. But
fine, rotate it per day.
Yeah,
if you have to.
Okay. Yeah. So this week is like Lenosha week.
Yeah. And then and you could have like there would be different events like happening in different parts. So like Lower Lenosha has something tied to the dry docks. Like they could theme it and have a little, make it different. I'm all for that. More stuff in the overworld. That feels like the biggest complaint about the old areas is that they're very nice. I mean, our Realm Reborn is very small, but they're nice looking areas. They're very detailed, and we never really get to see them again.
Especially around Reborn ones.
Yeah, they're very detailed because of their size. And yet we never really go back unless you want to do hunts. And hunts are infrequent and everywhere, and a few people do the Realm Reborn ones nowadays, and there's that.
So. Let's be honest.
And they melt like that.
Looks for the hunts.
Right.
You just teleport.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the hunt trains are still very real.
Yeah, but you just sit and wait for someone to shout it out in the link shell, aren't you?
Well, I mean, there's like scouts though. Like there are people.
Yeah, but you're never the scout.
I know, because other people are already scouting.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Most people are not the scouts. They just sit around and be like, oh.
I mean, you're still populating the overworld, though.
Remember to say thank you to spawners.
Yeah.
Yes, always.
Thank
always
your spawners.
Thank you for jumping off this cliff and dying.
Yeah. We're gonna go a
Thanks,
little
Luki,
overtime.
for running naked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did that. I did that.
Rank.
Okay, we're just gonna keep going. It doesn't matter if we eat into the post show. We have nothing planned.
This is now the post show. Whatever.
Whatever, dude. Okay, next one's from this is out of order. Lavi Cento Sesto. Hey speakers, love the content. During the last cutscene of 4.56 MSQ, just before fighting Cenas, he says something very interesting. The quote being, equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance. Now my question is, do you think this is any relation/relevancy to Sophia or the Warring Triad, or is this just a clever wink to the players who have gone through the Warring Triad story? Thanks in advance and keep up the great work. I don't think it's either. I think it's... I thought about Sophia, of course, when he said it, because I'm like, oh, that's, that's her catchphrase. But this is more about the balance between dark and light, right? This isn't a Sophia reference.
No, because it was Regulus who was looking into the Triad and he died during
Yeah.
Was it Xenos or Elidibus that said that, by the way?
That was who's in Xenos? It
wasn't Elidibus.
Elidibus.
Is it Elidibus? I'm terrible at remembering Ascian names.
Elidibus is the white one in Xenos,
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
But he sort of isn't that his... Oh, I might be getting that wrong, but
he's trying
really about the equilibrium.
He's trying to keep he's working for the light, right? He's light, isn't he? No, he's balance. Yeah, that's what he does.
Balance.
He's all about the balance. That's why. They did talk about that.
Very complicated. That's the end.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't think it was any reference to Sophia, but I think it was more a reference to what's actually happening. Like that, if the Warrior of Light dies, balance will be restored. So he's kind of like just confirming that there's too much light. On Hydaelyn right now, and if we just kill the Warrior of Light,
we all know is true now.
Yes. Right. Thank you, Lavi. Next one.
Thank you.
Here now in the correct order, continuing from where we left off, is number 5. There we go. Yukinoshita Yui. From Leviathan. Hey there, speakers. Long-time viewer, first-time asker. So have a bonus of a juicy burger. Thank you. I love juicy burgers.
I'm gonna suck it up.
Yeah, I have 2 questions for you today. Feel free to answer both or one of them. Okay, we'll see. Have you ever considered reaching out to other podcasts for 14? This is the question of this. Not the first time this has been asked. Either bring them on or joining for one. State of the Realm by Mr. Happy, example, etc. If not, then why? 2, I always thought your videos about the best/worst dungeon trials were really interesting, hearing your thoughts and opinions about them. I was wondering if you ever wanted or thought about revisiting these vids again with Heavensward and Stormblood.
Yes,
funny you asked that.
Funny you asked that, because we've recently brought it back up. We stopped, and then it's just sort of not been a topic.
It's faded away.
I just frankly forgot almost that we
I was really sad too, because I think the last one went up when I was about to join.
Yeah, and I think think that was probably also a little bit why it stopped, because we used a spreadsheet that Orange had made. And I was thinking, God, we have to make a new one of these, and I can't remember how to use Excel anymore. So how do we set this up with 4 people? And just the idea of it just made me like, so yeah.
I could make a spreadsheet for you if you like.
Yeah, I know.
Go do it, you desk jockey.
I can make you the spreadsheet.
We'll do it soon. We still haven't done.
We never. Yeah, we just did.
We still need to do the top 5 worst trials, but we can redo it now, because now we'll have 4 people, and once Georgi is on board as well, we can do the whole thing and then get a real score. The number 1, we've talked about this before. It's just because it doesn't fit our format. Like we are this is the podcast.
We're about to have 4 people again too, so then you're gonna have 5 people.
Yeah.
It would, it just would seem weird to randomly bring someone in for an episode, especially now we've been doing so long. It just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we always did talk about the Gillionaire guest thing, which
that was the thing.
Possibly for that we could consider it.
That was one door that was left ajar. But only once we had nailed down how it.
That would be kind of cool, to be honest.
That would be fun, but. You see, you first have to build up a reputation with the game show, right? Yeah. Right now, no one knows what Gillionaire is, other than the select few who watched it back in the day. Back in the day, I say, it's like a year ago or so since the last episode, but it's
all the new viewers from FanFest don't know what it is, though.
Exactly, it's just a quiz show. It's just that's what it is. Yeah, also, I don't feel like we need it. Like, when you bring in like Mela said, if you bring in another person, the chemistry sort of goes off a little bit. It gets a little weird. And that works on some podcasts, and there are many of those podcasts, so why not just watch those? And then you can watch us, and then it'll be different. That's that.
Unless it's Jack Black. Just come...
Jack Black?
Oh, God, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just come here.
I'll fix your Delgado, as you call it. I'll fix it, and you'll.
You call it the Delgado.
Yeah, I love that. Right. Next one. Thank you.
Yukidoshita.
Yeah. Next one here is from, if I've done correctly, is from Judge Magister.
Oh.
From Coral. What would you guys like to see happen at the end of Shadowbringers? I would like to see us become the Warriors of Twilight, so we can keep the balance between Hydaelyn and Zodiark.
Interesting.
I like that.
Interesting idea.
Yeah,
I haven't even thought about it.
Haven't thought about the end game, sort of, after...
Yeah, what's going to happen to those places?
Yeah.
No.
Because we're going to have to be one of...
Well, we're going to find out the truth. Yeah. And we're surely not going to be able to just go... Right, we've done that. Hydaelyn, we want to be your... It won't work. Yeah, we're going to have to just break away from both of them, really.
Yeah.
I would like it if, we fix the situation on the first, whether it be, Asking activity or Hydaelyn or anything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we fix that.
Yeah.
We wrap it up, put on a bow, we can still go back and go to that area or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then we come back because I really want to finish this Garlean stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I was just eating some food, like, oh, this lasagna is really good, and someone just like threw a fucking plate of spaghetti at me, and now I have to eat that. So I want to finish the spaghetti really quick. Yeah. Then I get back to lasagna.
Yeah.
That's a lovely analogy with the food.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Yeah.
I got very hungry suddenly.
Yeah. Oh.
It's not far away, Georgie. 2 years. Remember that the as soon as this game releases, that's the story. The post stuff is setting up for the next one. It's wrapping up, then setting up. So we're gonna basically
it somewhat wraps up by like the 0.3 patch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Magister.
It'll be very interesting to see where it goes. What our title will be at the end. So, Rolla, do you think we'll just revert? Is that what you're?
Oh no! I think we might still keep like the Warrior of Darkness title or something like that.
Even on Hydaelyn, where it is technically considered like bad.
It's too much light, though.
That's true.
Well, I mean,
it depends on whether or not Eorzea will wake up to it, or if we will just prevent it before it actually happens.
Yeah.
Because if the Eorzeans, the civilians, don't know that there's too much light, and then we just stop it, they won't know that light needs to be quelled. So they'll be like, "What the fuck? Have you gone dark side?"
Yeah.
So
you just come back with like red eyes.
Yeah.
Wake up, sheeple.
Yeah.
Light is too much sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually a little excited to see what. Okay, so now we have something to look forward to after the expansion story as well. Okay. Next one is from none other than the Wandering Minstrel, and he's from Ragnarok, so that's confirmed. Dawn may banish even the darkest night, yet ever shall primal desires burn. 2 swords shall vie to lay them low, a blade born of light and a blade forged of might. Alas, man may entrust his fate unto but one. Archon Louis Sois.
Oh.
So I believe this is a quote from the New Year's. Is this from the New Year's?
That's the new poem thing they post, right?
Oh, it's not new.
Oh, sorry.
That's the point. This is from like fucking A Realm Reborn days when they did quotes from Louis Soir. So Louis Soir knew.
Louis Soir just knew everything. Apparently.
Is it from the Rising event? Oh, it's from the Rising event. That's what it is.
This is from like 2013 or something.
Is it? Did you Google it?
I just Googled the first line and there's a post from 2013 with the quote.
Really? So it's that old, huh?
This is old.
There you go. I almost said Yoshi P. knew. I think, Louis Soir knew. He was a wise man. Thank you,
Wandering Minstrel.
Now we know. Thank you for the reminder.
Play us a little ditty sometime.
Oh, did you hear that? That's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah.
I was just out of high school.
I was so young.
Mm-hmm. Next one is from Lucian Atrell from Fanfred. How likely do you think it is that the calling and all this intershard craziness is now finally able to happen because of what Y'shtola did on the Azim step when she basically unplugged that giant Ethereal thingamabob? You did mention how the Allegan Tower would sleep until people who matched the Allegans walked Eorzea again. She activated Allegan technology, something that might set off buzzers for an advanced society. Also, with this new info concerning Crystal Tower, do we think that this is why Eorzea in particular is dense in ether? Does this have anything to do with the bleeding of ether from Eorzea? That's very interesting. I don't know if this came before or after the trailer, but because we still don't know where Graha is, but we knew that he was sleeping until recently, and the calling stuff didn't happen until after she did the thing in the crooked coin.
Yes, that's true. So they could do the wall.
So it would make sense, right, that they had some sort of because the Crystal Tower, if you think about it, is like the command center for the Allegan Empire at the time.
Yeah.
So something must have gone off when that thing was triggered or activated in the crooked coin.
I would say that, but I'm pretty sure Y'shtola says something while she's investigating it before you turn it on. Or it's like
she says
she talks about the ether feeling weaker or drained or something like that.
Oh I remember
before you turned it on. So I think it's something else.
She did say that. That's true. But I mean, yeah. So the tower was probably already booting up at that point.
Is that why Mordona has the most ether or the thinnest crust because of the Crystal Tower, sucking it all in?
Could very much be. Oh. But
that makes sense.
There is I want to put on my tinfoil hat again because it's
all right. You have it right there.
I don't have it nearby, but it is interesting because the Crystal Tower existed before the Battle of the Silver Tier Skies, obviously, because that was only 5 years before 1.0 started, and which means the Crystal Tower was underground already, right? It had already been swallowed whole.
Yeah.
So that's our explanation right there. We talked about how crystals are formed when during traumatic deaths. The ether would literally become a crystal. Mordona is full of it. Wouldn't the Allegan I don't even... Do we know where the fucking Allegan... Where's the Allegan capital?
That's a good question.
Is it not? Wouldn't it make sense for it to be around the Crystal Tower, the most powerful building in their empire?
I guess it just varied, or they just lived.
Imagine how many people died in the fucking calamity where they literally swallowed the whole civilization. What if they all just fucking crystallized, and that's why the crust is so fucking ether dense? We might be breathing in Allegans.
Sounds like elitism.
Yeah. And there are old ruins that came up with the Crystal Tower. So we already know, St. Koinok's find has lots of ruins in them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's just a theory. a game theory. Don't sue me.
Welcome to game.
Also, sorry, there was another part to this. In the info concerning the Crystal Tower, do we think that this is why Ursa in particular is dense in ether? Yeah, we kind of just talked about that.
It must be.
Yeah, because it's basically just a massive ether antenna.
Grave?
Yeah, it's a grave.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, Mordona is just. I think Mordona is just full of dead people. That's what it is.
It could be. Well, it's a bit worrying that if you boot up the tower, everyone in the entire realm starts feeling sick because there's no ether left.
Yeah.
That kind of feels bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Lucian.
Thank you.
Next one.
Who chose grass ass?
Did you say grass ass?
Yeah.
I see.
It's like a joke.
Oh, right.
I see.
Right.
I got it. Okay. Next one is from Miles Sainsborough from Balmain.
Sainsborough.
As a fellow White Mage, I am sure you heard the news of Yoshida saying in an interview that he wants to make White Mage easier to play, while also saying that, in not so many words, balancing healers is hard. I don't doubt that balancing jobs in general is no easy task, but Yoshida's two statements worry me because I fear all current healers won't get anything exciting to use for their future toolkit in Shadowbringers, and White Mage may get even more simplified, despite the job being considered the easiest of the three current healers. I know I'll stick with White Mage until the day the game shuts down, but it's not without worry and concern. Lukiel, what do you think about all this, and has it affected your view on White Mage or healing in general?
How do you simplify White Mage?
You can't.
One cure.
What is there to simplify?
Just one cure spell. One cure heals all. It's yeah.
They could do it like they do with Black Mage and Thunder. Like, if you're in low-level content, you have Thunder 1 and 3, and if you're in high-level, you have Thunder 2 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just have one cure that scales depending on the level.
No, but the different cures are like.
You're welcome,
used for
Yoshi P.
different things.
No.
Please
no,
don't
one
give him,
single target
don't
and
give
one
him
AoE.
ideas on how to simplify it. Please, this class is barely anything. It's nothing. There's hardly anything left. I hope
And that, to make it easier, so you don't have to single target. Just have just one AoE heal. That's it.
I weep for White Mage, but I have hope for Shadowbringers that somehow Yoshi P will find it in his heart to not spite fucking Fox Clan, because we all know that's why. Black Mage gets all the bells and whistles while he removes, like, for each expansion he just pulls out stuff so that Fox Clan is less and less of like have less and less of a job to play with, and he's like, okay, I've got stone and a cure. I'll take away your funny stone skin. I'll make all of the spells that make your class unique. I'll take them out, then I'll give them back to you. But you'll have to. But back then you'd have to, like, remember when we had the restrictions? We couldn't even get all of our old spells back. There was like one you had to sacrifice, and now everyone has them. You can just hear Yoshi P going when Foxconn logs in, like, fuck. Look at my big job gauge, Foxconn. Do you like the lilies?
Or are they like raiding together?
It's
just
the
like
war.
making fun
It's
of
the
them?
war of the Magi. It's literally real world. Oh, it's funny.
Guys, please look forward to the first Lukiel stream post Shadowbringers, where his has one 200% size button for just his one ability cure.
Yeah. It's just called make HP higher. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's just a generic big button that you press. It
It
automatically targets people that have low HP. You just press it.
One button.
You don't even have to press it. It's an auto.
You get two buttons. You get manual and auto. If you press auto, it toggles like a buff and it automatically does it. Okay. Okay. Enough bullshit.
I want to pitch a White Mage idea to help, like. Okay, here we go. Because right now, we have the shields and regens balancing, which is kind of right now.
Mm-hmm.
It leans heavily to Astrologian in Scholar right now.
Yeah.
What if we gave White Mage some Amdapori themed stuff? And those Amdapori themed things were like totems you could place down. They're not pets. I'm stressing this really hard.
Machinist turrets.
They are like machinist turrets, but you see the AoE around them, and it gives you like
shaman.
buffs.
That is actually a really good idea, because that's like a theme that isn't really explored much with White Mage. They're Amdapori past. And they did use golems, and like they did use stuff like that. So
that doesn't sound bad.
No.
Yeah, and it's like, it doesn't have to be just healing or regen either. It could be like, hey, this one gives you like, I don't know,
damage increase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damage increase, something like that. Just to kind of
obviously you have to stand within AOE, so positioning is important then.
Yeah, and it rewards like knowing the fight really well too.
And
very good idea.
And we see some of that used by the Mamolja in Wondrous Palace Hard. So something like that. Something.
Or remove White Mage, just have 2 healers.
You can't remove White Mage.
I really like that idea, Rollo.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, go more down the Amdapori route with more like stuff you can place and stuff.
Just don't do like pets. No more pets.
No, pets are fine. We don't need pets.
Scholar.
Scholar is the pet class. But like have not golem as a pet, but maybe like a summon. I don't know. Just something that just comes down once and that's it. Just I don't know.
I think incorporating golems would be cool, but I don't want it to work like a pet.
No,
that would be the important just have the totems. I like them. Yeah. You could have a regen one, a shieldy one, a damagey one.
Yeah.
Tie the lilies to it, I guess too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it could be like
you build up
1,
3.
2, or 3 one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And also like they can also of course upgrade the holy, because holy isn't holy 4 used in the Amdapor hard thing, which also heals?
Excuse me, holy does a heck of a lot of damage.
Yeah, holy does damage. I'm just saying if they upgrade it to be a holy that also heals, because we already have a size which is a damage and heal attack. So damage and heal would be an interesting thing to. No, holy isn't that good anymore, Mala. I think it's been a while since you played White Mage. They nerfed the shit out of it after A Realm Reborn. It's
still
not as good.
Extremely annoying.
Yeah, and now it's just a normal AoE that gets less. Just the first one gets the full blunt of the attack.
Yeah, like
and
a
the rest,
flare.
Yeah, it's just nothing.
But the damage
it's a good AoE. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as powerful as it once was. It would be interesting to have a holy that also healed your party, which would be like a dual one, just like a size. But this one doesn't have an OGCD. It's on. You can spam it.
It costs lots of mana.
Of course they will. It's White Mage. We're supposed to run out of mana. But yeah, we've talked about that before, like damage for heals before. That's an interesting concept. And seeing as White Mage kind of already has a spell like that, it would be, I know Astrologian also has that with the explosion thing. I can't remember what it's called.
Earthly Star.
Earthly Star. Yeah.
Can you imagine having MP issues? That's crazy.
I mean, they made MP management very easy in Stormblood.
They made it super easy for Black Mage since the beginning.
Yeah, but now
I've never had a problem
best class ever.
Yeah,
with any job.
Yeah,
and like aside from just like
run out of mana. Very easily, unless you have to res like the whole party, because lucid dreaming is so powerful, and then refresh your mana transfer, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I just realized Aside is a really good spell. It also gives you MP. I just realized.
Use a spin, do a little twirl.
Yeah, I'm not that I'm sad about the state of White Mage, but I'm positive for the future.
I'm hopeful. I want healers to be interesting.
Yeah, agreed.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Miles.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Next one is from well, we'll see who is from. We'll see what I've loaded up here.
All right.
It's from Doug Loki from Odin.
Dog. Are you a bounty hunter?
You've discussed the lack of signs of the calamity regarding Bahamut in Othard, but are there any traces of any of the earlier calamities in Othard, example stories of floods and other events, or outside of Aldenard? We've talked about this.
Calamities only happen in AOS
before. Well, we know that the calamities are observed in the East, and they are felt to a certain degree. They've had sort of mini calamities, you could say, but they have not had the civilization ending calamities that we've had. Nothing that would impact a rejoining, I think.
No,
we could say. It seems to be and Bahamut especially was very localized. like Aldenard only.
But it seems weird because he's the most. Well, it's stupid, really, isn't it? That it only happens in AOSD. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, I honestly I say that because maybe they didn't expect to go.
They did
that
not
far almost,
which is weird
like,
because now they're just going. Now they're really going all in on it. Like the rejoining is going to be a big topic now in Shadowbringers.
I mean, this is like the first wholly original world from like Yoshi P, pretty much, right?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah. I suppose the best explanation you could do for it is something to do with the Crystal Tower, and that's why it's only ever in AOS. Because that's somehow linking the worlds.
There's like an abundance of ether there too, so you could say that. It's like, tons of ether. Not as much in.
Alfred has its own issues though. Like, look at the burn.
Yeah.
It still has issues. They're just not.
It has issues, but because that's the Hingashi or anyone in Althar didn't like. They don't have Astral and Umbral eras. They've basically just been going since civilization started. Like they haven't really had anything that ended stuff.
Very Aldenard centric.
Yeah, but they are aware of them. Because remember when we were in the Azim Steppe, they talked about it. Like they talked about Bahamut specifically. There was like something written down, something about Bahamut and the one prior to that. True. So it is something that they were aware of.
But then the ice one allowed like Makote and stuff to migrate.
We shouldn't think too much about it.
No, we shouldn't.
Some things might conflict.
So you have to think about this. Up until Stormblood, Althar didn't really exist.
That's true.
It wasn't a thing.
It's more of a concept.
Yeah, it was a concept. So anything, So calamities are only on Aldenard for now. Maybe the next calamity, if we get one, is the whole world. So
if we're lucky to get another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
I would love that. Right.
Thanks, Dog Loki.
Thank you, Dog.
Thank you, Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah. Next one is a little long, but a bit about it's kind of down the same road we were already at before this previous one. Hello all. After finding out the dancer was a ranged DPS, I, as a fellow healer, was distressed to find that we were being neglected this patch. Along with the genderlord classes, it sort of left a bit of a sour note to the end of the final fanfest before Shadowbringers. I have, however, decided to take it in stride, and I am hopeful to see what both the Gunbreaker and Dancer will offer Final Fantasy fans all over the world. But that still leaves me curious on what will happen to the healing trifecta. With the goal to make White Mage easier, if it was any easier at this point, it would play itself, and balancing out the three for more interesting gameplay, what do you think / hope for the upcoming healer rework / not rework? My hope is that they strengthen the uniqueness of each class, rework the Lily system since White Mage has heavily focused on its OGCD abilities, and provide more unique ways to combat healing other than the AoE heals, shields, and HOTS. I also want to thank you for the fun and interesting podcast and shows that I can put on while playing 14. I hope to one day make it to the to a stream of the podcast, but so far no luck. Sending love from Australia. Warren Blake.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much.
Our own little
Yogi, do you know this person?
Do you know this other person in Australia?
What's with the White Mages with all these issues?
Well, it's because White Mages specifically are very worried because we've been on this, we've been butchered before and it can happen again.
It will keep happening.
Yeah, but I am just I'm of the mind that I think he's butchered us so much that at this point he has to give us something.
Yeah, start stitching you back together.
I mean, it's White Mage. It's like the most iconic healer class in Final Fantasy.
It is
the healer class in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, if you're gonna be so into the original stuff, you've got Black Mage, White Mage, and then like Fighter.
Yeah, right, right.
Where's Fighter in this game?
It boggles the mind that that's the class that's getting, stripped.
Yeah.
But I'm also thinking that the reason they did, because a lot of the worry comes from the fact that right now a lot of our iconic skills from Realm Reborn and Heavensward were just sort of stolen and sold back to us as a lesser product. But I think they did that because White Mage before that had all these spells that the other classes needed, because healers are like Yoshi said, it is difficult to balance healers because White Mage literally has the whole toolkit. And now they're like, okay, the base toolkit has been sent out to all the healers. What the fuck do we do with White Mage now? They have the same toolkit as before now. But now all the other healers have them too, so White Mage is left with like no identity.
That's right, but like if I like really wanted to play Astrologian, it's like, oh, I love Astrologian, it's the best lore ever.
Yeah.
I have to go and level White Mage up to get my toolkit, and then I'll still just play Astrologian.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they're going to be popular.
Well, you don't need that anymore.
No, I don't anymore, but that's what you had still.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like going to a dungeon when someone didn't have Protect as a healer, like you'd give them like a fucking.
That
face,
was me.
Like,
that was me all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my god.
You don't have Protect?
Noah. Oh,
the Black Mage has Protect. What's up?
Yeah.
Come on.
But that was nice though, because then someone else might have it. Like the tank usually always had it, because you had to be.
You didn't need anything else.
Yeah, but you had to level a conjurer to level 15 to become a gladiator. So you sort of you were guaranteed to have Protect. If the other
I never let anyone die.
Yeah, it is what it is. We have a nice stone spell.
Rocks are cool.
Rocks are cool. Stone
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah. That's cool though. Thank you, Orm Blake from Australia.
Cool. Thanks, Orm Blake. Good attitude towards
I hope you enjoy Gunbreaker and
hopefully it's really good for you.
Right. My thing just. Okay, there we go. Next one is from Feels Bad 24/7. That's me.
So sorry.
Is Hrothgar the dev's attempt at capturing or appealing to the WoW audience? I don't recall an outpouring from the 14 community clamoring for spectacularly ugly beastmen, but here we are.
There kind of was quite a lot of want for less beautiful and more rugged races.
There was.
So it happened.
Yeah.
I'll say partly.
You think so?
I think they did want to, like, I mean, they're not ugly.
No, that's a bit much. They're different. Like, they're beastie.
Like they have a snout. Basically.
They have a snout.
Yeah.
So, or muzzle, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I think that does appeal to some people who enjoy WoW, but I also think that was a thing that people wanted in this game for like more variety.
Yeah.
So I would say partly.
Yeah.
It's in some ways, yeah. Because it's more, a lot of people said, "Wow, this looks like an orc."
Yeah.
And like, fine, if you say so. It doesn't really, but I guess it is more built like one.
Yeah.
But people wanted this, and
yeah.
There was definitely demand.
It's also a Final Fantasy race in general, anyway, so it's not like it's new.
So it is, Yeah.
I hope sorry you feel bad. 24/7.
Hope you feel better. At least 23/7. No, other way around. 1/7.
Eat a piece of chocolate.
23/7.
Okay, next. Okay, it jumps now. Okay, I'm just gonna jump because they're too long. Okay, we're going to number 15. Windforce Riku, Townberry. I just realized the number doesn't show up for the viewers. Ignore my original post about the katana. Okay, so I had to put this in there, but we already ignored that MogMail. The part we want to do is, anyway, thinking of it during work about Crystal Tower. Remember that Sunday used Crystal Tower to open a gate to the World of Darkness, the 13th. Maybe the Dalamud energy burst that caused the 4th calamity on the source, that energy might have opened the gate and teleported a clone Crystal Towers to the other shards, which may explain the Crystal Tower in the first. After all, the Crystal Tower looks like a giant aetheryte, and you need 2 aetherites to teleport to each other. Grahatia, the hooded guy, was saying, this calamity greater than the 7th Umbral calamity. This should confirm he is Grahatia, since he knows the 7th. We already know it's Graha, but I thought a similar thought a few weeks ago, that Yoshi P put a lot of emphasis on the fact that the Crystal Tower didn't exist when the shards were split. So it must have happened after. And we know that the Calamity, the third, or was it fourth? No, sorry, fourth Umbral Calamity, the Calamity of Earth. Was it the fourth? I can't remember. You'll correct me in chat. Was extremely powerful, and it was caused by Dalamud sending too much power to the Crystal Tower.
Yes. Yeah.
This is it happened while he was trying to open a portal to the 13th to let the Void Sent into Hydaelyn and literally kill everyone. That was his ultimate plan. What if, like Windforce is saying here, the Calamity was so powerful, the portal opened on every single shard and literally materialized the Crystal Tower there and then shut.
I mean, why not?
I mean, the Crystal Tower has popped up there, and it is definitely our Crystal Tower. It's the door.
The original Crystal Tower just appeared. It wasn't
and
built or anything.
also extremely important to point out that the labyrinth was built after, and it is not on the first.
That's true.
It is not part of the actual Crystal Tower. It is just a defense thing that they built when shit started to get a little shaky. When people didn't quite like the Crystal Tower and like the Allegan Empire anymore. When that's where they placed all their all the people that revolted against the Empire. That's why Phlegethon is there. He's like a resistance general. So it's, if I am right now, that's the best theory I've heard about how the Crystal Tower is now suddenly on the first.
And your theory is also now on all of them.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in all of them, but at least on the first. And again, the first is closer to the source than the others, so that might also be an indication of why it happened, because it's so close to...
Plus, by the time the fourth Calamity happened, 3 of the other shards had already been destroyed.
Yeah.
But the Crystal Tower also just appeared on Hydaelyn, it wasn't built. So you're saying that something that randomly appeared on Hydaelyn but didn't appear on any other shard was then recreated in other places by magic teleportation when he opened a portal to the 13th, which happened to open to all of them?
Isn't that the problem, Mala? We don't know where the Crystal Tower came from.
No, that's
the
true.
Allegans claim they built it, but other theories claim that they didn't. So was it there and then they built inside the Crystal Tower?
What if it's an Ascian thing? Or they like...
It could be an Ascian device. That would have been interesting.
What if it's an alien spaceship?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if they just like whispered into people's ears like, hey, you should build this big tower?
Yeah.
It's like everyone on each shard, and they all did
it. We don't know. There's a part of the puzzle again missing.
I mean, it's interesting. We still do need to know how the Crystal Tower got onto the first, because that's just...
Once we know who built the Crystal Tower, we'll know. If the Allegans built the Crystal Tower, then yes. Then I think the theory holds more water. But right now, this could be a natural thing that just occurred on Hydaelyn. Like, Crystal just got pushed up from the... somehow. That's the problem, though.
Pit.
Yeah. What was in Mordona before the Allegans, though? Like, wouldn't other civilizations look to that tower and be like, whoa, dude, that's a fucking crystal tower.
Yeah.
And Mordona specifically? I'm not sure what was there.
Yeah. I mean, I would have thought that other civilizations would have... Like, I know that there wasn't really any organized full civilizations before the Allegans, like, in the scale of the Allegan Empire. But there were civilizations prior to, like, in the
there were people close by.
Yeah.
And judging what happened on the first is, here's a big tower, let's build a town around it. Yeah, it would hold that on... The source, they would do the same.
Yeah.
And weren't the dragons there?
Just
chilling?
Yeah, the dragons were there.
No, wait, okay, yeah. Also, the tower was built to... Okay, so the only thing we have to go off of is the the word of the lore book and the Elegants, which states that the Elegants built the tower. I don't know if the word built was, or if they mean the actual. That's the thing, though. Now we're looking too deep into it.
Yeah.
But
we're just splitting hairs.
It was used to draw solar energy to power their cities, and then they sent Abdullamu to get some more. And well, they didn't initially. It was just a prison, but then they were like, "We need to open a fucking portal to the void."
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Why did Midgardstormer not care about it, or was it there before him? This is the question that was asked to Koji Fox at some point, and that's where he said that you will learn about what the fate of the Crystal Tower later, and he was clearly talking about Shadowbringers, probably.
Maybe Midgardstormer will wake
but
back up. But
Midgardstormer wouldn't. I don't think he. Why would he care about the Crystal Tower? It didn't do any harm until at the very end, and at that point it was too late.
Yeah.
The tower before then was just a power source. Yeah.
He's a dragon too, so he like lives forever. Be like, oh, I guess there's a new thing popping out of the ground.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. But right now, I would say that the theory that somehow the Bahamut incident with the tower is it's the strongest theory I have right now. Or the other one with the fact that it's been built before and it was, but he said it wasn't there before the split.
Yeah.
So it has not. That's not why it's on the first. He said that. He said it's not there because it was there when it split. It's not a copy, like, because we know the worlds sort of got copied and then they diverged after that.
That was early on though.
Yeah, very early on, like literally before the eras. Yeah. Okay, last MogMail.
Last one
coming up.
Thank you for that MogMail.
Thank you. Thank you, Windforce, for that. Last one is from Attracted Data.
Oh, look at this server.
From Zalera.
Zalera boys represent.
Hi guys, long-time listener, first-time MogMailer. Wanted to get your thoughts on a theory I had after 4.56. We know that the Asians need the shards to be intact so they can be rejoined to the source, so they should be on board with us going to the first to save it. So why does Elidibus still try to kill us after he sees us getting cold? Perhaps because he doesn't want the flood of light stopped, as he needs it to balance out the flood of light in the void, and simply brought the warriors of darkness to the source once they had served their purpose to spread chaos and help instigate a calamity. Love the show and really appreciate the effort that goes into it. Thank you, Attracted Data.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah. Because he's all about this fucking balance. So why does...
I mean, yeah, it would alter the balance if one of them is like a hell of void and one's a hell of light. That would be balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if we go there and save the first, surely we have to go and save the void as well.
Yeah. God, that would be interesting.
That's not going to happen.
No, it's not. But
it's too far gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He clearly knows that we're being cold, though. I don't know if we talked about that.
Because he mentioned that.
Yeah, someone's calling you.
Someone's trying to call you.
Yeah. So he's aware of the concept, and he's probably already. Do you think he knows where?
No. The Asians don't seem to know our moves that much.
No.
Really?
Well, they're almost like demigods. You'd think that they knew something, but maybe no, they're not.
It feels like they're almost omnipresent.
Yeah,
honestly.
They're everywhere, but it also feels like they're just kind of just trying to get on with it, and we're just interrupting them.
He must. Who told Unukalhai? Ah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he knows. Yeah, there might be a plan that we're playing into here. There might be. They might know. He might know. And he didn't kill us.
Yeah. Well, he was stopped.
Yeah, he was. But But he's immortal. Unless you have white auracite and a lot of ether, which we didn't. We didn't kill him. So he could have easily killed us there.
He's like the people stopped him. That was the thing. Like he was going to kill us, and then some Estinian stops in. And he's like, "Oh, use my dragon fucking eye to fuck." Or I don't have the eye anymore, but fuck you up.
Yeah.
And so he had to recover. Like he wasn't killed, but he had to recover.
I don't know. We'll see. We're on to you, Elidibus. Yeah.
What if G'raha T is the bad guy?
See, I had thoughts about that, Ronno.
You're gonna betray at the last second, be like, darkness was stupid. I tricked you.
Yeah. Why would you ever think darkness was good, dude? What the fuck? It's darkness. Evil. It's evil.
Stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The Ascian thing sort of fallen to the wayside a bit now because it's all about G'raha Tia, the Crystal Tower, the Alligans, the First. Kind of forgetting that the whole overarching story here is the Ascian storyline. So they are definitely part of this. Yeah, I think we'll have to see.
They're definitely meddling in the First.
Oh,
for sure.
I'm pretty positive.
They're gonna swing back into the story at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
main plot line for the entire game, pretty much.
Yeah.
They're just so background.
Yeah. Right. That's all the. That's all the
MogMail.
That's all the MogMail. We don't have time for a post show, so this became an XL episode.
This is a biggie.
Yeah. Well, we started late, so we'll just put it as a normal episode. Right. That's it. Tomorrow we'll be once again trying to beat this goddamn Titan. So if you know how to beat, if you know Titan Extreme, tune in tomorrow. You might be able to join us if you're on Chaos. Yeah. Almost said 69. 69 is the password.
But it will be.
Yeah. So that's tomorrow at. Sorry about the time, by the way. There's the schedule below us. It's 1 hour off. It is normal time for everyone. It's the time you're used to. 6 p.m. 7 p.m. BST. 11 a.m. PT. I think that's the normal time. Remember to follow us on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfIreland, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, exclamation Discord if you want to join our Discord server. If you're watching on demand, link is in the description. And send us MogMail so we can read more next week. SpeakersXIV.com/MogMail. Send us theories, send us questions, feedback. I mean, whatever you want to tell us, put it in a MogMail.
Hurrah!
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm not done with my end speech, right?
Oh, okay.
Well, you should see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not ready with the end screen.
Okay.
See you tomorrow for minimum eye level. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.